I'm yelling. I can already feel it.
We are live.
Yeah, I would like to preface everything by I'm going into character. If I get mad at you, it's not me mad at you. I know sometimes it feels the energy can be directed that way.
It is nice to have that confirmation before.
No, 100%, 100%. Like if I'm angry tonight, I'm so excited to play because I know it's going to be high energy, and we've been played and everybody's been sick and shit. But
yeah,
if I'm angry directly at you in real life.
Hell yeah! Bring that energy into game and direct it at Zephylos now. Act and action.
Yeah, we gotta do that scene, like get yourself centered.
Yeah, like when I'm yelling at Zephylos, I'm just thinking about my dad right now. You know what I mean? Like it's not Danny. It's
okay.
Okay.
Sure, man.
That was the reaction I was having.
Recap. We have rolled 2, which is Dan.
I tried to log in earlier and the server wasn't up, so let me try.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago I tried and it wasn't up, so maybe.
Yeah, let me also sign in.
Looks good. We're in there.
Yeah, it's just me, Zach, and Zaid right now. And of course, it's a lovely stream.
Oh, the stream's up?
Well, it's inside the player thing, yeah.
I think we played so long ago that I might have a Twitch Prime to give again. Let's see.
Oh my god, it has been like 3 weeks.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I wanna.
Dude, it's the perfect crime. I'll just call in sick every 3 weeks. There are 3 weeks, and then do 1
harvest
week.
Your $6.
Harvest your literally like $3 a month.
Yeah, you don't even get the sick money, right?
No, I get like 3.
Still, nah, it's not ready yet. It looks like it's next week. I'll get it next session.
Okay, whatever you want.
If you can
Yo, Jeff Bezos.
I think I'll barely be able to scrape by without your $3.
Oh, hey, actually, next session I might not be here. Good chance I won't be here, unfortunately. I don't know how it works for everybody else, but I'll find out if I leave Thursday or Friday for sure. I have to drive down to Florida, so.
Sure.
Gross.
It's very disrespectful to miss the session 0 of next week. But you know what? That's fine.
Got him.
Oh yeah, it's a TPK. I forgot. Right.
That's right.
You know what? I'll try not to. I know how important it is to the guys. I know. No, I'll let you know, Zaid, before like the weekend. I gotta find out what day I'm going down exactly. I'm pretty sure I'm going down Thursday. So.
Yeah, just let me know.
I might even be able to play down in Florida when I get there.
For me, okay? Because I need to know if I can convert.
You what now, August?
You gotta make some pamphlets or something so I can quickly catch up on the god so I can convert.
In game.
Yeah, just scribble it on a piece of paper or something for me. You know,
See your next
come on.
The next session is out. The next party of adventurers investigating why a team of adventurers didn't come back from across the River Salve, and all you see in like this weird creature you've never seen before. His hand is clenched in common as a note that says like all the gods. It's like, what the fuck happened here? I'll roleplay anything, Zaid. Just set it up, you know.
No, I'll be another Gobi, but this time an actual Gobi.
One that was raised by Ariud.
Oh my god.
We're getting real close to the roots of the same tree here, aren't we?
Dude, actually though, you might be onto something. Be a barbarian.
Barbarian go, yeah.
You're gonna
call yourself an Ariud.
You're gonna bring so many Gobi and Arut into the campaigns that you're gonna force Zaid to make a Tuska arc.
Well, he already has to cut some. He has to cut
some maps for it. Yeah, there's
a
find a Tuska map. That one's pretty cool. On the shared drive, have you seen some of the maps on the shared drive?
I just don't even know what a Gobi would be like for a D&D equivalent.
Like
halfling.
I don't even know.
Really,
halfling though, right?
Have like 20 speed and like. I don't even know. I don't know.
Your racial bonuses are -5 to strength.
Yeah.
I mean, they're essentially goldfish with legs. They're not gonna have very good movement.
And
oh wait, there
huge
actually
rocks
is
on
a
their
fish.
backs.
There's a fish race.
Yeah, siren.
No. There's like in normal D&D. There's a.
Yeah.
They look like little goldfish people.
Oh, merfolk? Yeah.
No, it's. And it's not
it's
the
a race
either.
You can play. Well, it's a race you can play that is merfolky, right? It's like fish people.
No, I'm not talking about Triton. There's actually
like literally a fish
race.
with legs.
Yes. Look, hold on. This is bugging me now. Fish race 5e.
Fishy people.
They're called the Lokatha. Lokotha. And they look like this.
Yeah, I see pictures.
Oh yeah.
Living your life like that.
That's a goby right there. I don't know what you're telling me, but that's a goby.
I'm looking at the same image here. Imagine having a pet that's just like a hairy version of you.
He's
though.
petting a seal.
Yeah, I
Sea
was saying,
dog.
I was saying, like, imagine just having a pet that's just like a
That's kind
furrier
of fit for a
version.
goby. You just get rid of the
Oh.
flippers and you got it.
If you get rid of the flippers, it's just a dog. Oh, unless you're talking about the fish person.
I think he was.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't know where you come from, but where I'm
What about
from, we
what
don't
about the
need a
left
big
shark
dog.
race? Remember Left Shark? They made a race for it in D&D.
Wait, that's
Alright, you guys ready to play? I got the silly
Yeah, let's
one.
get going.
Alright.
Dan,
Alright, yeah.
give us a recap.
So it might be a little rusty because it's been a while.
Yeah.
But essentially, previously in this adventure, we were in the Slayer Tower, a tower that had, prior to its current state of being, was a stronghold of Zeros, the Empty Lord. The adventurers, most of them reluctantly, decide to explore this tower on the premise of perhaps aid can be found here. We started the session, I believe, it was still in that one combat. You know, we cleared up the Anku, we killed the Ice Fiends, and then the wizard people up top kind of just went away. Yeah, the Dermo and Zephylos went to explore upstairs to see where they ran off to. We didn't see any obvious escape areas, but we found some notes that were left behind, as well as spell scrolls of ancient magic and other goodies. Through reading the notes, we learned that only a person of Zerosian faith could transcend through the barrier that was guarding the throne. And to test out that theory, Zephylos led a little prayer, went into the barrier, and it worked. It kind of felt like molasses, but it was passable. So he collected.
It worked, he says. It worked. Like passing through the barrier was like, oh shit, shit's about to go down.
Yeah, we didn't know if it was going to work and if I was about to get fucking smited, but
As soon as you went across and didn't die, I was more scared than you dying.
fair. But yeah, there was loot in there, really cool, and we also learned in notes that there were Chthonian demons on the top floor, which Zephylos recognized to be demons that primarily follow Zeros. And hoping that they were still faithful, he was willing to throw everything away and run up there and, you know, check it out. And he was able to convince the demons that he was cool, because he showed them he took the loot from inside the throne. But in doing so, they noticed the rest of the group, and they're like, okay, what's up with them? And Zephylos was like, oh no, they're cool. They're allies of mine. And they're like, well, are they allies of Zeros? And Zephylos was like, well, yeah, through me, right? Like, yeah, so they're good, don't worry about it, right? Everything's fine. And they're like, I don't think everything's fine. We're going to go vibe check them. And they said, all right, the vibe check is if one other person can get through this barrier, obviously Zeros likes you enough to tolerate you. So do it. And Dermo's like, yo, you know what? I've been hyping up Zeros. You know, Zeros is pretty cool. I don't mind him. I tolerate him. You know, let's do it. And he tried, and he couldn't. And Zephylos was like, shit. He was the one guy I thought would actually get through. And then the demon's like, all right, you two, do it or die. And then the other two started asking a bunch of questions, like, well, you know, what's the morality of like doing it or dying? Like, you know, is choice really an illusion? And they're like, the demons are like, bruh, just do it. And Zephylos is like, come on, just do it. You know, or like, you know, we're dealing with demons here that I don't know how well they're going to rationalize this, right? And like, I don't know, I think I'd rather just leave. And the demon's like, no, leaving is not an option. It's actually doing it or dying. And that's...
Do it. Not doing it is an act of doing it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's where we left off. Where, yeah, and Khan was getting very frustrated and saying like, you know, hey, Zephylos has been like a lying little doo-doo and isn't a really good Zerosian. And Zephylos is thinking, well, actually, being secretive is kind of being a really good Zerosian, but I'm not going to say that.
He doesn't know that, you know.
Yeah.
He sees the light is getting dim at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, Devil's like, actually, you know, I'm doing my job pretty good, but thanks. Thumbs up.
actually, you just kind of worked in my favor, but you know, keep getting mad here, bud. That's pretty much where Zephylos is.
So yeah, that's pretty much where we left off, unless I'm forgetting anything big.
I think that was all. We pretty much kind of ended in a bit of a standoff
we
where.
The demons a bit, and then the demons were like, "Enough, fight," and then kind of ended there, right? Like,
yeah, I think we were just kind of on the cusp of.
Yeah.
Was that?
We all have our little pea shooters pulled and ready.
Yeah, I think we were just on the cusp of a fight breaking out because we were at the point where they're like, "Do it or we'll kill you," and then
If they have a
Khan and Daishi were like, "No, kill us."
You guys ever play Apex Legends? They could just Gibby shield this. They can just keep on poking through and shooting us and then pulling back. Except for Zephylos, who's at like no HP.
No, but have you ever played a game called Raid Shadow Legends?
Never heard of it.
Speaking of, our sponsor, Raid Shadow.
No, stop.
Not really.
Not.
Well, after 3 weeks of being away, we need the sponsor money.
Bro.
Oh fuck.
Oh, true. I haven't had.
How are
I
we
haven't
gonna
had
pay
Shap's
rent?
How
$3.
are we going to get our 3 cents of payment for being staff members of this campaign?
Right, you gotta get a sponsor, dude.
You getting 3 cent? I'm on a 2 cent.
Okay,
priority.
so
for this?
let's get started. So we're kind of like just at the point where they're probably going to start trying to kill you now. Does anyone have any further reasoning that they would like to employ before we reach that point? Because now is the time.
I have something I want to try.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zephylos is going to try being clever. Now,
Mhm.
I don't know how this would translate in D&D, but I played this one quest called Children of Ma, where, spoiler alert,
no.
Zeros and Zamrock were having a little bit of a hissy fight. But then they're like, alright, you know, let's make a demon pact right here. You know, the gods are our witnesses, let's go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sell our souls in exchange for this agreement we've come upon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Zephylos will look at Dermo and say, Dermo, you've been an excellent friend, more than I could have asked for. I'm going to want to propose something really stupid right now to save your ass. I promise you, I will do everything in my power to make sure you get to your end goal. You were telling me about your drives and your motives and how you're looking for a great wizard. I can be that great wizard, and I'm willing to bind myself to you and your ambition. But what I need from you right now for success is I need you to, in turn, bind yourself to Zeros. Pledge yourself to him, convert. Together, hand in hand, we can make each other do great things, and maybe even get out of the sticky situation.
I have no idea how to convert to a religion.
Well, here's what we're going to do really damn quickly before things start going to shit. I'm going to carve some symbols into you, and you're going to pledge your allegiance to the Empty Lord. And I, in turn, will pledge my allegiance to your goals. And we're going to do it in front of these demons here as our witnesses, because sometimes demons can make pacts.
Quick question. Would I even physically be capable of this?
I am thinking,
A druid aligned with Zeros. What would Gothics think?
So, I mean, he doesn't really like Gothics either. I am thinking if I want there to be, like, mechanical consequences of such an act, because I think it would be interesting.
Because I think Dermo's completely on board. Like he said, he's ready to convert if it means, you know, the success of his end goal and the success of surviving this encounter. So I don't think he would have any reservations if Zephylos, the powerful wizard that he's been following around for the past while, proposes this as a solution, then I think he'd be on board and not be just like, you know, falsely accepting. I think it'd be a genuine acceptance.
Okay. How would you feel about I like this idea. How would you feel about Dermo taking a level in cleric or paladin or something?
Okay, I could take cleric.
Anything that has a reason to be even vaguely
warlock.
oriented, or warlock.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Anything
Wouldn't
that
that be
you
a
could
fun little
convince me
side
makes
story,
sense.
right?
You know, warlock, because isn't that like a pact? Isn't the warlock?
Yeah, you can
based
make a
on-
pact right here, and then you can become
Yeah,
a
that
warlock.
would make perfect sense to me. Then warlock would be
Yeah.
totally logical in this situation.
We're right. in this
Mechanically, like cleric would probably be the best choice because it's wisdom based, whereas the other two
Right. But I don't think
charisma,
having
but
the best
up to you.
choice for my character
I
is the
think
correct.
cleric might work better, but I think like
Cleric, I feel like actually would make the most sense because
I think it wouldn't make as much sense. I think right now you're dealing with some demons and a dark lord. You can make a pact. You could literally become a warlock through this interaction, depending on how it goes. I think
that makes logical sense because warlocks are created by a pact with.
It would
the-
add a lot of chaos to him as a player, and I think that's kind of fun too. Just me as.
And
a
it wouldn't be
weird
min-maxed. I don't think
Yeah.
having the best solution would be the correct solution here.
No, it's
If I
definitely
got
not min max
Mhm.
because you don't have high charisma.
not at all. No, he's
Yeah,
got
if I
negative one.
if I got a direct upgrade from it, I think it'd be kind of unfair. You know,
Yeah,
it'd be kind of like,
What's
He
your
needs the
charisma?
headband of intellect, but for
you gotta have a
charisma.
negative charisma because I am a monster.
Just take a
There's
bunch of
band
utility
There's
spells.
a band of intellect for charisma. It's called a bath, Dermo. Take one.
Ooh,
Yeah, Armor of Agathes
Charisma's
doesn't have a
actually
saving
fine.
throw.
It's not bad.
yeah. Take utility spells that have nothing to do with your spellcasting mod.
I'm pretty sure you get 2 cantrips at level 1, so that's pretty nice. Take you like Eldritch Blast, then you have a damage dealer if you need it.
I'll
Except
never
that
hit
it would
because
be
of
at, it would
negative.
be at -1. You'd never hit anything.
Well, I mean, if that's what has to happen through this process, I mean, I wouldn't see that
Yeah,
partially
so-
the game. And my character wouldn't know that either. He
So
would make the
what
decision
we'll
without the knowledge that it would affect him. You know.
what we'll probably do here is we're pretty close to a level up here after like all the crazy shit that's happened, I think. So the next time we get a level, you will be again pending your decision, you will be forced to take that level in Warlock or whatever it is you choose.
No,
And I-
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do that. So with that, Dan, we can continue whatever RP that you wanted to do for that process.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I'll look back at the demons and I'll say, I've heard of your pacts. If they swear themselves to the cause, then their loyalty can't be questioned. Aren't I right?
This is correct. The one
Well-
in the front answers.
Then witness our pact. We will make a pact to each other, and you, as the demon arbitrier, what's that fucking word?
Arbiter?
Arbiter, yes. You, as the demonic arbiter, will, make our promises solidified and make it so that we can't break our promises to each other, or else we'd be undone.
The demon up front has a quick look at the other two who do nothing to protest. He looks back at you and he says, "This is acceptable."
And I look back at Dermo and I say, all right, and again, for complete transparency, I know very little about this. I'm not usually the dealing type, but I'm pretty sure the consequences of this are extremely severe. If either of us don't keep our end of the bargain, we are worse than dead. But at least this will give us enough time to get to our promises, because certain death otherwise. I think you would understand.
I feel as though if I know as much as Zeros as I have learned from you, that I can give him trust, since you have given your entire existence to him.
I can make you one promise about Zeros. He wants us to break our limitations. He's very similar to the god Guthix, where he believes in balance, but not in the universe, but in oneself. He wants to see us on pedestals. So I assure you, whatever your goals are, he will raise you up, as he has done to me and continues to do.
And Dermo takes a few steps back to give room for Zephylos to come through to do the process.
yeah, I'll come out and do some culty stuff. You know, I imagine the process would be like I take out my ceremonial like Zaros dagger, and I carve into my hand like the symbol of Zaros, and then like wipe it so it's not just a red smear, but actually like a design. And I'll go to do the same to Dermo, and then like we'll do like the bloody handshake, and then we'll both like say our vows.
You get to like double the size of the.
Oh yeah, I get the second ceremonial knife that I found here in the loot. You know, I start
Yes.
like, getting them both in there. You know, like kind of like chopsticks. But yeah. But in the weirdest marriage ceremony, we know we'll say our vows to each other while being witnessed by the Eldritch Horrors behind us.
Well, yeah, I guess this is a legal ceremony. We have witnesses here, and we have,
Yeah.
Non-consenting witnesses are still
This
witnesses.
will happen in this process throughout this. Like, is there any signs or anything that this has transpired, or does it kind of just happen?
Sorry, what? Say it again?
Oh, does anything change? Like, does like light come out of the hand or something weird, or is it just a very ceremonial thing and it's just over with?
Yeah. So describe to me again the process that Zephylos is doing.
Symbol of Zaros into both of our hands, and we do a bloody
Oh yes.
handshake kind of thing.
Yeah, you see a sort of faint, darkish red light appear from your hands as they connect, grow faintly for a moment, and expand outwards before shrinking and then disappearing away. You feel this sort of strange connection open up in the back of your mind now. Almost like you are listening from another set of ears at a different location. But it is silent for now.
Alright, with that, Dermo would try to take a step through the purple plasmid.
So, what part do you lead with? Head, hand,
the hand
foot?
that he just did the deal with.
Hand?
Yeah, the hand with the specific. Yeah, the hand with the pact that we just did it.
Yeah. So you reach forward toward the shimmering barrier. Your fingertips begin to touch against it. You feel a bit of resistance, but you keep pushing forward into it, and they slowly begin to slide into the glowing purple light. It gives you quite a bit of pushback. It looks like you are kind of struggling a lot more than Zephylos had to when he passed through it. But you are sort of very, very slowly able to push through over the course of like 10 or 20 seconds this barrier, and you make it to the other side.
I'm just going to take a look around and look at my body and look myself over to validate my body still being corporeal and not decimated in any way.
Not feeling so good, Mr. Zephylos.
I look over myself and I see that I'm still alive, and then I'm going to make direct eye contact, or if they even have eyes, I'm going to look over to the leader of the demons. Is this proof enough?
Yes, it is. Welcome, pupil of Zaros. You may leave, if you so wish.
I look over at Zephylos for what we should do.
Zephylos is wearing his helmet, so you can't really see his facial expressions. But man, does he look surprised at this fucking work. he completely winged this. And like there's just like a sigh of, oh shit. We did it. And yeah, he'll give a bow to the demons and he'll say, thank you for this kind gesture. I'm doing work here in Mauritania in the name of Zeros, and I'm hoping that in the future I can come to commune with you and perhaps have some guidance on actions I should take.
Guidance on actions, you say?
Yes, I want to take up the fight with the vampires that abandoned Zeros in his moment of need.
It's no easy task. They run rampant.
Well, they've had enough time in the limelight for what they've done, and I think Zeros has waited patiently enough for his vengeance.
You speak true, but we see no quick end to the vampire's reign. Though I will bid you good luck with this quest. We'll take our leave now.
Give him the nod.
The leader guy goes and as he walks, he teleports every couple of seconds a short distance in the direction he's traveling. The one in the back gives sort of a little snarl towards the group and then follows. So does the
That's
third.
a really inefficient form of locomotion. If they can teleport, why not just teleport where they need to go? Seems like wasted potential, but that's just me.
Probably a very short burst. I can teleport, but only in 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, like that was like 4 feet. I mean, it's nothing. Anyway,
Thus is the power of Zaros.
4 feet of teleportation.
Oh, don't you start too now
You
with
can-
it.
by casting a
how
three
fucking,
s-
is it aerosol Kool-Aid right now? Are you breathing it in right now? I'm gonna cover my mouth.
By
a
casting a
basic
spell that takes 3 seconds, you can move 5 feet when you could have just walked.
it's like a 5th level spell. You do like 6 times a year. I can't pass myself back through, but I would be passing myself back through.
Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah,
you
to
can.
be-
You can do that now. It is still just as difficult as the first time for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I rejoin with the 2 non-believers.
I'll also step out.
Zephylos, again, it's sort of like a thick resistance, but not nearly as difficult as it was for Dermo.
Yeah, we'll have to write out our vows and get it consummated by a professional and all that.
Yeah, I didn't see a kiss or anything, so it's not official or whatever.
A kiss is mandatory only in certain states. Thankfully, we're in one of the more relaxing counties, so we're good.
Listen, homies
I don't
kiss
care
each
how
other
relaxing
goodnight.
it is. I want to see the kiss. I'm the witness. I won't
See what
sign
Dermo
shit
mouth
until I
does
see
during
your
the
lips touch. And get it on, Pokemon.
Zephylos, you could move 2 squares down to complete the
Complete the
Symbol of
square.
Zero.
This is the official symbol of Zeros now.
No, hold on. I have to draw an X this way, and you have to draw the X the other way.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Amazing.
There we go. The pact has been completed.
Yeah, that was the actual pact. The one before didn't match. All right, so we reconvene with Khan and Deshu.
Yeah, what are they?
I mean,
looking
I'm sure we saw all. We're not
I want
blind.
to know reactions.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk to these demons still before they got you married or whatever.
I wonder how many scoffs Deshu can fit into a, or not Deshu, sorry, Khan can fit into a single sentence after that event.
Yeah, I was scoffing that whole time, to be realistic. Like, I
Oh,
was
definitely.
I was looking at all this shit. I was engaged in dialogue with the demons, and then this other demon comes down and marries you two. I don't even know what I just witnessed. Dermo having tried to be the conscientious objector here and like try to be the middle ground for the party, clearly does not know how to sit on a fence.
The fence was about to kill me.
Yeah, I mean, Khan's if Khan's being told he like dies here, he's ready for a fight. So he's like gonna have his weapon drawn, and he's gonna be like shoulder to shoulder with Deishu, kind of at this diagonal here.
I feel like we don't have the health for a fight right this moment.
I was expecting it. I was like, I had my last words prepared.
I'm not ready to just like be killed. I
He
want
wrote his
these
last
guys are the reason
500
we're
words.
dying. They're gonna fucking explain themselves.
Like I was, like Daisha was like visibly, like his emotions don't usually show a whole lot. He's usually very reserved and kind of small, but like he was shaking, fist clenched, just he was pissed. He was ready to. He wanted to understand why we were going to die to some off-brand Zamarakian.
Yeah,
oppression.
some nearly blue Zamorak is what we're dealing with right now. This wannabe, this fucking budget deity.
Well, if it's any consolation,
Can't even make an appearance to do his own killing. Sends people to lure us into the fucking ass crack of the world to kill us in a fucking scary ass. Where are we?
consolation. At least we didn't assign ourselves to Zamrak.
Now I made Zamorak clear that he was my enemy, and they still don't want me on their side as just anyone besides this blindless leader here. This blindless follower here, this sheep.
These
Hey, no, the
demons would
sheep's
be-
outside. Thank you very much.
Those demons would be very good Zamarakians.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Zamorak had a set of these same model demons.
I can't imagine that would be a real thing. That'd be silly. Well, needless to say, Dermo is still kind of trying to figure out what just kind of transpired. You know, constantly kind of taking looks at his hand and listening to that third or second voice in his head that is now, you know, going off and making noise and considering a lot of things. He's just going through a lot of emotion and thoughts and different things like that.
That was eventful.
You know what I just realized is that multi-classing has ability score minimum requirements, but I don't care.
Dude, we already did it. I already put
It's
my
too
blood
late.
on the blood.
No,
They
it's
have
fine.
to.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't care.
It's all right. Well, maybe I'll just point into
For
it.
the story.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you cut the silence? Is the real question.
I mean, I have my weapon drawn. I don't know about Deishu. I want a pretty good explanation for everything going on and why we're here, because now it seems like this is not part of our mission.
I think
I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Like, I don't fucking care
yeah,
anymore.
looked like my my arc blasters on my fist were all charged and ready to go, but they kind of quietly.
When I hear that, I'll lower my weapons to hold.
What time of day would this be if you had to give me a guesstimate?
Oh, jeez.
I think we just did a long
Night or
rest, so
day.
morning.
Yeah, just night or day. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
probably morning because you guys recently long rested, came in here, kicked some monsters' butts, and then
Okay.
Um,
So Dermo's actually
did
just going to
this.
start, without saying anything, he's just going to start kind of walking towards the, what do you call it? The front door. Staff in hand, you know, walking, kind of using it as a walking stick.
Put a hand on Khan's shoulder. I think it's time we get out of here, brother.
I'm gonna, I'll like, yeah, as you say that, I'll look at Zephylos and I'm gonna say, are they going to kill me when we leave?
No, I've guaranteed your safety.
We're just gonna leave then. No other words. I was gonna say goodbye to Dermo, but it's like feels like a betrayal by him taking Zeros' side here, so he's got no words for him. You leaving,
I'll-
Deishu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that this temple is exactly centered, and that makes me happy.
Now, just out of character here, Zach, did you have another character you worked on that you were ready to bring in?
Yes.
You were that sure we were gonna die?
Well, and correct me if I'm reading it wrong, but it kind of felt like live or die. You guys were prepared to like retire the characters, anyways.
Yeah, I just didn't know what level we were supposed to come in at, so I hadn't like made that.
Yeah, I think I've decided now, especially with this warlock thing, we're gonna go up to level 5 next session.
Sure.
And then we'll have that ready. So, I guess then we have to figure out what to do for the rest of today. Probably wrap up some loose ends
Epilogue.
with the two Garaho here. Let's go over to the map.
Mapatania, you mean?
Oh, I figured out how to change the token without having to redo all the lighting, so that's good. Because I was worried about that.
What a perfect reason, though, like, beyond anything else, what a perfect reason for the Ramoki to, the Graho, sorry, to decide, yo, fuck this.
Yeah,
this was kind of a, Shab and I came to the conclusion that even, like, whether or not we'd live or die, they're so done with this.
Yeah, we were talking about it in
it's difficult to give them motivation because they already have made it very, very clear, like, none of this is their cup of tea.
yeah, I really wanted to keep playing Daisho, but it just didn't make sense anymore.
They're in it. The thing is, it can always come up later. Like, there's no reason that they can't still exist in the world.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah. But convincing them to help with anything, though, oh man.
They own a hotel together out in, like,
When we TPK and go do Elf quest line, they're going to be adventuring over there in the Elf lands as NPCs. Because they're like, fuck the East, let's go West.
Yeah. As we exit, I think I saw Cephalos exiting behind me.
Mm-hmm.
As we exit and I collect Bob, I'm going to turn back to him and ask, is it normal that once you make a decision like this, that you feel animosity immediately entrench your soul?
Well, we are being influenced, you and I, by literal fiends. Now, keep in mind, these fiends, they're far more reasonable than any Zamorakians fiends that we would have encountered otherwise. But they still hold a dark energy to them.
I wonder already if my decision is the right one, if I made a mistake.
No. In fact, you were quite valiant. The others won't say it, but you've saved their lives. And you've put a lot on the line in your own personal stake. But my vows to you are true. I will make sure you do not regret this. We will get to the end of your goals. I will, as soon as tomorrow morning we're rested up, I want to have a talk with you. I want to outline your goals. I want to see a path, and I want to plan. And we are going to make noticeable advances as frequently as possible. You have my promise.
Could Dermo look around on the ground for shrubbery or some sort of maybe wood? Maybe, I don't know, some form of something that could be used for woodworking quickly, like a quick. I'm not gonna get a lathe out. You know what I mean?
Are you asking the GM to bring you a shrubbery?
No, I'm asking. While we're doing this process, would he be able to find shrubbery enough to craft something?
What are you crafting?
So if we have the time to, Dermo would get enough shrubbery or enough material to craft a wreath, if you will, a wreath.
A wreath. Is
A
it
wreath.
Christmas time?
Ish thing, okay,
Mm-hmm.
with the insignia of Zeros.
Sure. I mean, you could spend like an hour or two gathering some.
I don't know
Junk.
if the Garaho would give an hour to Dermo's fancies at this point, so whenever
Maybe
we
while you're going to rest.
whenever we stop and he has time to, this is what he'll do, okay?
Okay.
I feel as though it's like when you break up with someone and you're still like stuck in the car with them on the way home.
Oh, no, the Graha are gone.
Yeah, we like straight up, we like left. We turned our back as soon as you said we weren't gonna be killed. Like we left, gone.
Oh, they bolted. Okay,
Yeah,
they're
we are
separated.
exiting stage left. Goodbye.
Okay.
I
Okay.
had no more words to say to anything.
Okay,
going
yeah.
on there.
All right. Now what do we do?
All you have left in here is the memory of 2 Garaho figures and a Gmaul. That's what you're left with.
And a bunch of ball
And
bearings.
D-Maul. God
And I'll-
damn it.
Bunch of balls.
Oh yeah, all those other. I still have what's left on me, so that's nice. So, yeah.
I'll
It's
collect
like
the
break
4
up and they
bags.
take the dog, you know? They took the dog.
So,
we kept the sheep.
Yeah, we got the
okay,
sheep, they got the D-Maul.
let me then ask quickly what each pair of travelers will be doing, and then we'll pick which one to do.
If Zephylos and Dermo are probably going to do what they will probably do, which is to head to Canifis or something, if we end up setting up camp, he's going to make that wreath.
So they're just gonna chill.
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we really can do besides, continue the mission.
Well,
I mean,
Actually, Zephylos will speak up and say, I know it's a little bit short notice, but the Graho certainly did bring a lot of value to the group. Perhaps if it's only you and me, we might have to start heading back to Paterdomus to maybe request of the king some reinforcements, other mercenaries or such that might be interested in helping us.
we're in number.
Zaid, I got a question, bud.
Yep.
So I'm trying to drag. I have everything pretty much made for this guy, but it's not letting me drag over the features and stuff for my. Like, it's not letting me do all that. It didn't carry my attributes for my racial stuff either.
Features for your class and race.
Yeah, like I punched in my chicken dinner score and all that for
Yep.
Fry, and I was hoping that where all that stuff would be. I was just dragging it over, set it up while you kind of did whatever you needed with them until they got where they needed to go to pick us up. Essentially, you know what I mean? But it's not transferring the werewolf. Oops.
Oops.
I mean, it's not that big a deal. It's not like they're gonna. It's not dragging the werewolf.
Yeah, I was sitting here cutting something up, so I don't even know what you just said.
It's not a
Let's see. I think I have all the racial features stored in a compendium.
no, but yeah, and then it didn't. Do
And
it
then you
before.
could drag each of them over.
So they're on my thing here, but it didn't update my. Do I have to go manually into it because there's no manual effects or anything for it? See what I'm saying?
Manual effects. Let me see.
I mean, it's not really a big spoiler. They're gonna see my guy's name and be like, something's up with that.
True. So
Wait, you also an Eret?
You what?
You're making an Eret too?
do you
Yeah, we're it. For sure.
do you have access? Can you view the compendium that's called Planeshift Gilnar Racial Features?
Let me look. I feel like that's something I've looked at and didn't have back. Yep, I do. I know it's
Yeah.
5 features. Hold on. Racial features. There it is. Cool. I can drag
So-
these over.
Yeah, all of the homebrewed features should be in there, so you can
Probably.
just find the ones you need and drag them
Yeah,
in.
let me pull up plane shift.
The-
so I can recall exactly.
There should be other ones that you can find using the quick search by pressing Control Space. Like a dark vision is probably in there.
Got you.
Oh,
Maybe-
hey, did you see that new D&D module set that just came out, the Spelljammer thing?
Yeah,
No.
I'm playing in a campaign starting tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited. I'm playing.
Oh
a,
damn.
I'm
Super
playing
cool.
Plasmoid Pirate. It's gonna be
Isn't
fucking-
that the spell jamming book the one that has no information on how spell jammers actually work?
kind of.
I think I saw a meme about that.
It's yeah, it's just a story that based in 5e that you pretty much can run like 5e.
It looks so
But
cool
yeah,
though.
the
Like
the magic's kind of whack. Combat kind of whack too.
I was what I've heard is if you want to know how to do Spelljammer, just go get the 2nd edition book.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. I haven't heard that, but that's good. Either way, I'm pretty excited about it. My buddy's getting back into DMing. He likes
the best thing about D&D though is you don't have to do it right.
Now you don't even have to do it if you don't want to. That's the best part.
Yeah. So with that being said though, then Zephylos and Dermo would start heading back towards Paterdamus. But along the way, making that wreath.
Yeah, I can't put keen senses on here either. It's not in the search bar. Like, it's a little bit of a spoiler, but like it's like a 10-minute spoiler. You know what I mean?
If I find out what race you are too early, I don't know if I can play. You know.
As soon as I start using anything racial, you're gonna be like, "There's something weird here." Like, you know what I mean? Like, as long as we
Watching
don't
Twin
like
Games just
meta,
Bob too.
as long as we don't.
He's
meta,
actually just a
like,
sheep person. He doesn't even play as a fucking werewolf.
Anyway, what were we doing?
Sheep,
Sorry, I
man.
just got
We were
distracted.
doing our best. It just takes us a long while. Can you drag senses over for me though?
Keen senses.
Yes, sir.
Let me see.
It's not something I can search, or it's not on here either.
Oh yeah, it's only listed as a monster feature. That's why.
Yeah, give me that monster feature. You know what I'm saying, ladies? What's up? Your boy's got a
Now,
monster
just
feature.
to be metagaming a little bit, if you are a werewolf, how are we supposed to meet you? If we're going back,
I don't know. Let's go to Canifis and find some friends.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like, it would work better for us to go.
Me and Zach wrote this masterfully into the story for you guys.
So
You will
Totally
find
pretty
one of our
sure-
characters in Canifis.
Totally
I'm-
wasn't because we're both amped to play werewolves.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
pretty
if-
sure that you will have
like
to
Grotto.
manually give the advantage, but when you make the rolls. But
As long
there's
as
the
you
thing
guys
that
aren't
says it.
metagaming anything, we can still have our fun with it.
Yeah, I can't metagame if I wanted to because I can't even game in the first place.
It's fair. We'll get to introduce our characters and you'll see how it's.
I mean, if it makes more sense, because now we know you guys are playing werewolves, you know, instead of Zephylo saying, "Hey, let's head back and look for reinforcements," I could just veto that and say,
if we want to string the story that way, yeah, it would save you guys like 2 weeks of travel, pretty much.
Exact same thing. The whole point of us going to Paterdamus was to get aid, so it would make the same motions either way.
That's good, as long as we're not like
We are changing our
let us
decision because
introduce
we're
our
just
characters and then you'll
changing where we're going.
Let us introduce our characters and then you'll see how we want to present ourselves.
Whether they immediately say, "Nah, I don't think you're the right fit for us." We just make new characters.
I'm gonna go ahead and drag powerful build over onto my PGM. That'd be
question,
good.
wasn't one of the
Yeah.
lore things I learned was that there was beastmen in Canifis? When I did my lore thing back in the
There's
palace?
beast what?
I think you did mention that, DM.
Beast
Something
boy.
about Canifis was that there was men that.
Oh,
men, beast men or
yes.
something.
I don't know. Did I not specifically mention werewolves?
You didn't
You-
say
you-
anything. You didn't say specifically they were called werewolves. I know that because I think he even asked if you would know they were called werewolves. And then-
Well,
Mm.
no,
You
the
know,
one
women?
thing I asked that he said I wouldn't know was if I knew that the beast people were Zamorakian in nature, and he said you wouldn't know that. But I
Oh.
think I know they're werewolves. I don't know. Like that's why I'm asking the GM. Like, how much did you reveal? Right?
Honestly, I can't remember the exact specifics of what I mentioned about it.
I do know they're bestial
I-
shapeshifters.
I must have. I think I might have just told you that it was. Yeah, it was like animal shapeshifters, but I didn't say werewolves. But you could probably, like, have a hunch that it might be werewolves, but you're not sure.
Just like the vampire thing, you
That
kind of
seems to make sense. Because, like, werewolves are probably the most well-known shapeshifters other than druids.
Yeah, that's me. I'm actually
You know?
a werewolf too.
Never seen you wild shape before.
You know why?
I think he did it
I
once.
didn't know how to up until now.
I think he did it exactly once in 20 sessions.
I didn't do it once. I only did Starry
No,
Farm.
you
and
did.
Wild
No,
Shape.
you became a wolf once.
I did. I think
I
you're right.
swear you did. One time you did a
Yeah,
wolf.
I did in the Draenor Manor or something like that.
Yeah,
I think.
in the manor, like after a couple sessions.
I think you're totally right.
Has it just been so long that I've forgotten about it?
Yeah, yeah, it was back in the manor because I was protecting Zephylos or something
Quick,
like that.
somebody go watch all 18 hours worth of those sessions to find
Oh, I got
out.
it. I'll be right back.
Are they all still up?
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Terrible. Why did we even make those?
Okay. So, do we want to RP some of what Khan and Daishu are doing, or should we let you guys?
I don't know where they went. They just fucked off and like they were like 20 feet
think-
ahead of us.
Personally, and I don't know how Zach feels about it, there will come a time in this campaign when Danny and August might not make it to a session, but me and Zach can, and we can roleplay it then. That'd be fun.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
What do you think?
Like a Tales from the Borderlands kind of spinoff.
Yeah, there's a. I got. Yeah,
I actually like this idea.
I think that'd be fun. What do you think, Zaid?
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just
I
always
like.
thinking
Okay,
like
yeah, we'll save
it's
it
just
for
a
another
chance
time.
for
It's
like
good.
a session for us to set that something that doesn't involve August or Danny that they may not be interested in, but we set our old characters up for their
Mhm.
new life and
I
move
mean,
on.
it's like
Yeah.
the critical role, the hunt for Grog or whatever it was.
Unless you give us a reason to doubt or think otherwise, like they're safe from this madness. They got
Mhm.
wherever they're going. That story is going to be told.
But like,
We have that
so like
opportunity.
vaguely, they're gonna go back to the city and find.
They're going
something
back to
else
Verok.
do.
That's their plan.
Mhm.
I think.
Okay, makes sense.
Go back to the city and pretty much figure out what they want to do, which I think
It's like the New York of this session, right? And so we're gonna end up back there, and we're gonna see him in a coffee shop across the street, and we're gonna awkwardly like try and hide our faces, like,
It's
oh
gonna be like,
shit.
wow.
Which
I
would
can't
also
believe
be
I
good if you
saw
wanted to
here,
divert to
this huge
Canifis, because
city.
then that wouldn't happen, and that wouldn't be. I don't want to have to deal with seeing you guys again.
Cool.
Khan's like never wanted to see either of you. He feels
Yeah,
totally
I-
betrayed by the both of you right now.
I actually really like that idea. We'll do that.
Cool. I'm cool with that if Zach is. Anyway,
Let's. Then I
More
guess we'll
opportunity for
follow. We'll follow Dermo and Zephylos for a while, and you guys can.
yeah, let them
continue
role play that whole ordeal. That
working
happened.
on your
Yeah.
sheets and whatever, if you so choose.
Too
um,
serious.
So as Dermo and Zephylos are walking towards Canifis, which is the next nearby civilization that is pertained within the mission, Dermo's just going to kind of voice his feelings of the situation about feeling like the actions he's taken has driven away the two Garaho.
Wait, one more time. It cut out for me.
Sorry. Dermo's just voicing a concern that he feels like his actions have caused the Garaho to leave, and that his worry about what that means for other members of parties if we were to find people to go with us.
Your actions didn't cause them to leave. They were spiritually already out the door. Ever since that first conflict between me and them, I tried to apologize. My actions moving forward were more altruistic, but they could not be persuaded one way or the other. This was sort of just the camel, or the hay that broke the camel's back.
The camel that broke the hay's back.
Yes, which is a
Too many
very
camels on
easy
his
feat.
back.
Too many camels on my pile of hay,
Hair that broke the
That's
camel's
not much of an
toe,
issue,
or whatever
honestly.
they say.
It's a straw, is the original quote.
Yeah, there it is. The hair that broke the camel's straw, or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. But no, they were already done. They just needed a good reason to leave.
Don't know if we are going to find another pair of strong individuals that can handle themselves without them being so headstrong that any choices that we make will be taken with such trepidation. I'm worried that now that I'm aligned with this Zeros, that I've made a choice to alienate myself from many, many possible contenders for my goal. So I just worry for my mission, what this may mean for the future.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about Zeros. Unlike the other gods, he understands the value of making allies over anything else. The scriptures go that he would have accepted all the gods under his banner, should they let him. So he's willing to make friends in unlikely circumstances. As long as we don't make this mission about us, but rather a means to our own end, we shouldn't rub too many people the wrong way.
Is this something that we need to outwardly profess, or is it a hidden? Not just a moment.
Depends on the person we're talking with. If they're a Zamorakian or a vampire per se, let's say we get face to face with one, unless we're trying to fight to the death, I wouldn't make it apparent. But most Gothixians and Ceratominis that I've spoken with, they wouldn't even know who Zeros is, because he's been eradicated from history books, and his name has been completely forgotten otherwise.
It's strange to me that a creature with so much power can be rubbed away like a stain. It's interesting to me that they work so hard to hide from him, though his power is obviously still around, and he'll look back at his hand. It's just, I've not had any dealings with gods, nor demons, nor creatures of these sorts from where I come from, so this is a very new territory for me.
Well, now you understand why those demons were so hostile. You're right. Imagine a being as powerful as Zeros having his complete existence and understanding of him removed from generations of people. They went through a terrible genocide. These demons are very few of what remains of that ancient culture. So yes, they're defensive and hostile to many people. And it's understandable. I wouldn't say they're scared per se, but they're cautious. They've been conditioned to be over thousands of years. So, yeah, it's terrible what's happened to them. It's terrible what's happened to the people that came before them. And that's just the reality of it. But I assure you, because of this, we probably won't be alienated too much by people who don't know about him, because the propaganda has gone so far, it's completely erased him.
As long as Zeros is nothing like that Saradomin I've heard so much about, he definitely could not be the worst of the gods.
Oh, he's the complete opposite of Saradomin. Where Saradomin is a beacon of ego and demands wide worship and has become the most worshipped of all of Missalin and Asgarnia. Zeros in his prime didn't even sit upon his throne. He wanted tribute like any other god, but he left mortals to their own vices. I think you'll like him. Give it time.
In my travels through the Falador area, everyone tried to tell me about the power of Saradomin, and every word that they said felt scripted. It felt like what they were saying was read and repeated without question. Like the words that they were reading were more powerful than the god that they were speaking of. It seems like the memory or the thought of the god became more powerful to them than the actions of said god. It was very strange. It was like
Again.
looking at. It was like
go ahead.
looking at a. It was like looking at a piece of land between two rivers, where if you were to leave this piece of land, you would immediately be swallowed by water. And that's where they have to be. They have to be at this exact piece of land, or else they will be eaten. They will be swallowed. They felt like they had to be so perfect and to his will that to even question to wade into the waters would be too far. Does that make sense?
I understand the sentiment. Again, all Zeros asks for is strong and reliable allies. There's a lot of wiggle room to have your own passions and desires and ambitions. In fact, his teachings encourage it.
Do you have any of these teachings?
Only memories,
Perhaps you could share with those with me at some point.
perhaps. And we've been talking a lot. I want to see what the other two are up to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Making a character, that's what I'm up to.
Yeah, we were gonna
Yeah, mine's
save
pretty
it for
much
another
what
time.
I still can't figure out how to get the racial attributes to move over.
Alright, let me take a look.
Also, you get the proficiencies for multi-classing, right?
Yo,
You get
42.
some of them.
Oh my god.
Go and look them up. Somewhere.
Only Bard and Rogue give you proficiencies for multiclassing.
Yeah, that's what
Only
I'm
Bard and
taking Rogue.
Yeah,
Okay.
if the subclass itself, or if the class itself gives you like
Yeah.
a skill or proficiency, like for example, Life Domain Cleric gives you heavy armor, like that will still work. But the few skills you get at like the beginning of the class, only Bard and Rogue give it to you.
On the 5e SRD, there's a table
Yeah.
that has a
It's
shortcut.
like none of the skills are saves, but it's some of the armor and weapons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Based
sorry.
on a table that they
You're
have
right.
here. For I'll just link you the page.
Yeah, let me see this because I'm a little bit confused. Sounds like Danny might be too.
Yeah. So let's see, what classes do you have? Warlock and Rogue. Oh yeah, actually Rogue does. Yeah, it says it gives you one skill and Thieves' Tools even if you multi-class.
It gives you one.
Rogue, if you multi-class into Rogue,
Mhm.
you get, in addition to what you already have from Warlock, Thieves' Tools and one skill from the Rogue skill list.
Cool. Yeah, that's all I needed to know if it was
Cool.
good to go.
Yep.
No, but Zaid's right. Armor proficiencies, I think the most any class gives you is medium armor. Nothing gives you heavy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
You get heavy from a lot of subclasses though.
oh yeah, mostly cleric, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at what Warlock patrons would be good for Zaros, since it's at level 1 that you have the patron choice. I was thinking Great Old One would make the most sense, but
Yeah, goo or like fiend, because like demons,
Fiend maybe.
like the demons were the ones that were overlooking the pack.
Or Undying would be okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's really good.
Or we could make one up.
Yeah, I can taste the vinegar. Garlic?
Garlic.
Yeah.
And sesame seed oil
Mm-hmm.
and soy sauce.
Yeah, I can
Sounds
see
good.
it. Yeah. Tastes like it.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Well, honey,
A little vinegar strong. You could definitely use a little bit less next time, but
what are the recipes?
yeah,
Can
so
I
next
have
time,
some?
dial back the vinegar just a little
What's
bit.
going on right now?
Definitely the fried tofu is like one of the best pieces.
Do you like it?
Oh yeah.
Good.
What are we doing?
Okay.
They're making
So,
dinner.
I was eating fried
They're
tofu.
making what? I'm
I
just.
think August was discussing dinner with Mrs.
I
August.
got you. It's like, what
Yeah,
am
she
I
made I think it's called like foon or something like that. But she put
Food? Yeah,
fried
I eat
tofu
it all
in
the
it. It was
time.
fantastic.
Pretty good to eat food.
Food.
It's called food. I'm like, yeah,
Food.
fuck yeah, dude. I fuck with
F-O-O-N.
food, bro. Fuck yeah.
Food is awesome.
That's what's up,
Yeah.
dude.
She just made
It's
general
aight.
food.
It's high. I couldn't live without it, dude. If I'm being honest. Maybe a couple days, but dude, I love it.
I think you're addicted.
It's fine.
Yeah, we had Mexican yesterday, so it's good to have Asian or something today because I just ate a bunch of the leftover chips from yesterday, and I'm kind of all Mexicaned out.
And then Zayd, your rule for rolling health is what?
You must roll, but you can re-roll ones once.
Just ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, add the health pool here.
Have
Oh
you
yeah.
guys ever
Let me
tried
take a look
tofu?
at racial features. What other racial features they have?
Also, his background isn't in here.
Love you too, Bobby. You have a good one.
Yeah, what is that?
Jill went in on food?
Yeah.
Freaking 8. Good.
Clearly,
was that the
Dermo can
metal
take blood
sound?
spells now.
Oh my god, you're not gonna turn me into your little minion. Your blood minion.
Yo, blood spells suck when you're not a blood mage, let me tell you. Because I at least get half of my HP back in temp HP, but a normal schmuck has to actually spend HP and cry, you know?
Oof. I'm sorry for the double one.
Yeah, that's rough.
That sucks.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna post a picture in Discord. Okay. This is what you're trying to turn me into.
But
for
you did get a 10.
This is true.
Ready?
Let me look at Discord. Clearly.
Oh wait, you already had blood hunger in here. What are you still missing for your racial stuff? Oh, shape changer. No, you get that.
My wife's probably gonna be mad. I'm gonna go back from work. I always do this. I never leave extras for them.
Do you still get the expertise from Rogue's multi-class? That's a feature, right? That's a. You don't get that.
That's
You
a
do.
class feature, so
Okay.
yeah, you would get it
Okay.
as long as you have the
Now
level
it's got
for
me all twisted up. I'm thinking about like all the characters I made in multi-class. I'm like, did I do it right? Holy fuck!
it.
I'm like, do I have extra expertise on shit that I shouldn't, or do I have it on stuff? I don't know.
Yeah. Anything
Cool.
from features is fine. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
Sorry, guys. It's been a long day.
that's all good.
My mind's kind of scattered. Cool. Yeah, but I'm squared away. I just don't have any art for this session. I'll have to AI generate some this week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That's what I did for
Love
my
it.
character
Okay.
in the Spelljammer campaign.
My
Big
dad
brain.
needs me to call him about freaking Magic the Gathering ruling, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, go
okay.
ahead. We're just kind of.
While we're here,
Winging
who-
it today
my new,
now.
my new
Here's
profile
my
picture.
plasmoid pirate character. I put him in general.
Oh, great. See, I had someone that was insistent on playing a squirrel sort of race.
Here's what our party
There
comp
was a
is. You ready?
squirrel astromancer. That's what it was.
We have the insect race from Spelljammers for one guy, right? He's playing an insect guy. We have a homebrew axolotl dragon race for one of the players.
Adorable.
We have an otter folk. We have me, plasmoid. So we have, and we decided we're doing an evil campaign where all our characters are evil. We want to take over the universe. Like that's the whole premise. Like
Use Dolly too to make
in
that
our
work.
own ways. So you're literally going to see the world get taken over by an otter, an axolotl, an insect like mantis creature, and a pile of goop, just blue goop.
Well, at least you can wear a hat. A pile of goop with a cool hat.
The hat is just him shaped into a hat. He's a plasmoid.
Well, yeah, but you're wearing a cool hat. It doesn't matter if you made the hat out of your own skin. It doesn't matter.
It's attached to my head.
No one knows that. It's just like
It's
Captain
more like a
Knuckles.
hat-shaped head that I'm wearing at this time.
It's like Captain Knuckles. You keep the hat on at all times so no one can see that you're bald.
More like I have a hat. More like I wore a hat so long my head took the shape of it, and when I took it off, this is what you got.
Like a Goomba, right? You know,
Yeah.
you take it off. And it's
Yeah, like a
scary.
dick. I just got a dickhead head.
But yeah, do you like my new profile picture on Discord?
Wait, let me see. What the heck is that?
I grew my hair out.
Keep
Oh wait,
going.
no, I was looking at Dr. Shab's picture.
Yeah, my friend made that one for me.
Oh, nice hair.
I like how he was kind of a little. What the fuck is that? Jeez.
My buddy.
No,
made
I
my
was just
dog look
reacting
like
to
I was
this
a bear.
AI-generated Davy Jones.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
plasmoid AI generated pirate.
Yo, my dad really calls me for the silliest thing.
Go on.
He's
Like, no, it's like,
go on.
dude, read the card. What does it say? So, the card is called Stick Together, and essentially it says choose a party. After you do that, sacrifice all other creatures, right? So, a party in Magic the Gathering is a cleric, a warrior, a wizard, and a rogue. Okay?
Mhm.
Okay.
So he asked me, he's like, okay, what happens if the person doesn't have a party? Then I'm like, then they lose all their creatures, right? You don't get to choose any to save. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, look, it says choose a party, so you choose nothing because you don't have a party, then sacrifice all creatures. It's right there. Oh, gosh, this is like the 4th time he's called me this week for random rulings. I'm like, you know, you can just
I love that you're the rule lawyer for his fucking Magic games, though. That's like awesome.
I'm super into Magic and stuff like that. I just can't get into it. But I used to have the cards when I was a kid. I don't remember there ever
played a
being
game
rules. I just
once.
played the card and said they killed something. I mean, you know, who needs to have all these like rules and stipulations?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm like, so I have an audiographic memory. It doesn't happen all the time, but like it's pretty spot on. So I'm like an encyclopedia of Magic the Gathering rulings. So my dad will always
But
call me
only
and be
when
like,
someone has said it out loud.
well, yeah, well, I also, when I read, I talk out loud out of habit.
Important thing to remember,
DM,
though,
can you
is
add my background, though?
even
Yeah,
if
which
you
one?
remember all that stuff, right?
it's
The main thing to
Charlotte.
remember:
Charlotte? Okay.
don't tell people that you know all the rules to Magic the Gathering. Or
Well,
else you
here's the thing.
become that guy who has to answer every rule question for Magic the Gathering.
Sometimes as a kid, I'd actually I'd have to hold back because I'd weird people out. I'd know people's birthdays even though they've mentioned it only once.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I'd pretend to not know it. Not because I obsess over them or anything like that. It's just random
yeah, I
tidbits
totally get it,
would
you know,
stick
when
with
you
me.
know-
Danny,
too
what's
much.
my birthday?
In high school.
I don't remember.
Just guess.
You feel like a Scorpio, so I want to say October the 14th.
Damn, he's good.
What's your birthday?
Right? Don't even lie.
It's in March, but you were close, bro. You were real, bro. I believe you. You got that. You got the. I didn't even tell him my birthday, and he was fucking close.
seemed
So if I
like
told him it, I
a-
guarantee he'd remember it forever.
Yeah. But again, it's not reliable because in school there was one test that I didn't study for, but I just made a cheat sheet and crammed it the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a 97 on that test, and my teacher told me after the test, it was the final exam, and she said, you're getting a 50 in this class because you're really smart, but you don't do the homework, and you
Hard.
didn't deserve to pass this course, but that result just got you to a 75, so I guess you pass. And I'm like, hell yeah. I love when teachers tell me I don't deserve to be successful.
Because of that.
Yeah,
Because like I had not done any work in her class for the entirety of the year, and so she, in front of the entire class, was like not berating me, but pretty much being like, "Hey, you know, you don't do any work, you're gonna be failing, and I'm gonna see you again next year." And literally, I got the highest grade on the final exam in the class out of everyone. And so she came to my classroom that I was in at the time. Was like, "I'm really sorry for not believing you." Blah blah. I was like, "Dude, I don't care. I know the info. I just don't like doing homework and shit. Like, I don't like doing work."
Oh well, same with me. I was lazy as hell and had ADHD, so I couldn't focus.
Yeah, it's like you're not stupid for not wanting to do stuff that you don't want to do.
You want to hear the pinnacle of shitty teachers, though? Not to like one up you here. I overheard a meeting in the fucking teachers' conference from the hallway where they were shit talking me about how I'll be nothing.
Ouch.
Oh.
Pretty
Not
good.
to one up you. Oh, not the private school, by the way. So if you ever consider what your kid
It's just
going
like
through
pretend to be a
private school,
teacher and just start shit
One
talking
of
to
the
all the other
leaders.
teachers.
nonsense. Yeah, it was like a fucking meeting. I heard at least 3 voices I distinguished.
Now, were they right though? Like looking back, were they kind of right about what they were shit talking?
Sure, but like, why do you say it to a kid or behind their back?
That's the biggest question: is what level of incorrect were they?
Like, I've saved human lives. I've attributed much to the lives of other people that I didn't influence in that kind of physical capacity, so I don't think I'm a nothing, but, you know, I don't think anyone's a failure so long as you're continuing on whatever path you're going down, you know? It takes all kinds of people to make a
failure
world.
unless they ascribe.
Am I a burnt out, overweight high school teacher that talks down on 14-year-olds? No. If that's the definition of success, then I'm not succeeding.
You know, I make fun of 14-year-olds, but it's like my little brother, so it's like, okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm allowed to.
Anywho.
That's the only 14-year-old I can talk shit on.
That's fair. Leo's 11 years old, but I'll talk shit about him. Right, buddy?
11, you have so much bad stuff to talk about, too. That's, like, the worst age, because, like, my little brother, when he was, like, 11, him and his buddy went to a junkyard and just started smashing the windows on, like, junk cars and stuff. And so they had, like, obviously the police called on them and shit, and so that was a cool little story to hear about my little brother, and I was like, oh, great, he's gonna turn into someone like me. He hasn't so far, though. He's doing a lot better than I did.
Hell yeah. That's all you can hope for, really. Did you add that, DM? Let me see.
I added some of the stuff.
Gotcha.
I added the background feature
Yeah,
and some of your items.
Okay. Yeah, I took off
Your
all
skills.
of the stuff I had because I'm gonna let the racial and the class. I'm gonna let you the racial stuff kick in and the background stuff before I put in the level stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For the class.
Do we want to do any more RP with Zephylos and Dermo, or just wait so that we can have a nice...
Out for stuff to talk about. We
Transition.
would just kind of be moving our way towards the what do you call it? Moving our way towards the Canifisial area.
Oh, you're heading toward Canifis now.
Yeah, we had decided that,
For
going
the sake
back.
of the story, just to make it more smooth, we'd
There's
change
no
our
reason
mind.
for us to go back to Varrock unless we're going to meet the 2 people who we probably will meet to join our party, and if they are of where kin, they probably won't be in Varrock, so we'd end up going to Varrock just to come back to Canifis. So it just doesn't make sense to make an extra stop for no reason when there's no RP to be made. So we
Alright.
turned on our heels and are going to Canifis.
Okay. Sounds
But
good.
in-game lore, we decided to go to Canifis because Zephylos had heard of a beast person that lives out here, or a beast-type people that he was interested in investigating.
Right. Okay, so, setting down the road, what was the speed of normal travel? It's 3 miles an hour for 8 hours, so 24 miles. Okay. You could make it to, let's see, 1, 2, 3,
Wait.
4. Was that 24?
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
Hey.
I know, but she lifts the blankets up again. Her off.
I don't think it's her, honestly, because I've seen it.
She sits this good.
I know that, but I've seen it without her laying. Like, even when I first wake up and she hasn't had a chance to.
It's you.
It's me and the dogs, I think. See, I was wondering why I didn't do that. I was wondering why I didn't have, like, the shadow from where we'd already moved, unlit.
The shadow from what?
Did you see how, like, when, from from the temple here over to where we are now, it's, like, lightened instead of being complete pitch black? I was wondering why it wasn't done, like, from here to here previously. I guess it just resets whenever you go back in.
Was it? Did you not have this area lit?
This area is not lit for me.
Really?
Same.
On my side,
Everyone
yeah.
else like that? It looks normal from the stream. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me. It might have been like I wasn't in the session whenever you, like undarkened it. I don't know.
Okay, well let me do this. Whee!
Yeah, there we
There.
go. For me
Now
now.
it should be nice.
We actually off-roaded a lot right there, you know?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I think maybe it's like if I move it when you're not actually here, logged in and on the map,
Right.
then it like doesn't work, even though all of you
One of the times that I
are
was-
like observers of the token.
Yeah, they don't want
which
to show it
is
to someone who
annoying.
just may not have that information. It makes sense.
Yeah. It is rather difficult to find a good solution for like a communal map with Fog of War. This is the best that I could come up with.
No, I like it.
Yeah,
Honestly,
the only other
maybe
annoying
we just
thing is
have
that it
amnesia.
the only other annoying thing about it is that it keeps the areas that you are not currently near dim, and I do not have a solution for that.
I'm
Short
I'm
of
back, sorry.
placing like a ton of light sources everywhere, which would be really annoying.
I rolled an interesting flaw.
Welcome back, by the way.
Oh, question. While we're traveling to Canifis, with the help of Dermo, the herb expert,
Yes.
can we look for herbs that would allow me to resummon Striggy?
Yes, you may. In fact, I wrote up some short rules on how I want to
Dan,
handle herb gathering and the like.
just so you know, I did get an A+ in herb law, so you know.
Herblaw!
I'm a little sad that they changed the name of it. Like herb law is weird, but it's just as weird as herb lore.
They're both weird.
I feel like because it's herb lore now, like we gotten so used to it, but herb law, it just makes as little sense as herb lore. Herb law. You're gonna have a brick thrown at your head.
Yeah,
or
there
what-
it is.
what
I was
head?
waiting for the thunk.
Yeah, what was it from SpongeBob? Was it a brick or was it something else?
It was a brick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you had it right.
Yeah, kids' cartoons were a little violent back then, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, a guy annoys you, throw a brick in his head.
Okay, here's my rules that I invented for this that are loosely based on actual rules. I'm going to put it in resources, actually.
I love it.
But when you're traveling, you can have somebody dedicated to gathering materials for potions. Requires a survival check during travel or downtime, I guess.
I would be making the survival check, correct?
What?
Would I be making the survival check since I'm the one searching for the specific herbs that he...
Yeah,
Or
let me
just that
see.
he-
Do you have the proficiency in the tool? Herbalism kit, yes, you can do it.
And can
Okay.
I help because I also have herbalism kit?
Yeah, oh, I should have included herbalism in that along with alchemist and
So should I
brews.
roll my herbalism kit or should I roll...
No, you roll survival.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna make sure. at advantage because he's assisting?
So that's the thing. If you are doing this, you will not be paying much attention to your surroundings.
Okay.
However, you do have a pretty good map, or a good idea. You know, you're following a road, so you don't need like a navigator or anything. But you probably are going to want somebody that's keeping an eye out. Otherwise, you'll be rather vulnerable.
If he wants
you're
to
both looking
guide
for the
us
herbs.
towards where we're going.
But let's see. What do I have? Oh yeah. On a success, you find whatever GP's worth of materials per 4 hours spent. Let me update the picture so that it includes.
Well, because I wanted to make that effigy anyway, so it kind of makes sense that I would find
Oh yeah.
that he's, asking for while looking for brushery.
Yeah, you can use like, I don't know, 10 GP's worth to make that. Actually, no, probably not even that much because it's literally just branches. Probably don't even need to make a check for that. Just spend like an hour.
Do you want me to do a roll for the herbs though?
But yeah, you can do a roll for the herbs. So let's see, what did you get for
Normal, because he's going to focus on the road.
survival? Yeah, so I would call your current environment marsh. So that would have been a 15 survival DC to find some stuff. So you pass.
Yeah, the mark are really great herbs. I'm gonna tell as I'm finding the stuff for him, I'm gonna explain how the soil and the environment is really productive to grow herbs compared to a more clean or a more like an area like Falador, how you can grow it, but you pretty much have to bring the mud to Falador instead of having it grow naturally.
Oh yeah, I should add like urban to the barren category, but I guess you wouldn't even be looking for herbs there. Anyway, so roll a d8 plus your whiz mod.
1d8 plus whiz?
Yeah, that will be the GP's worth of materials that you get per 4 hours spent doing this.
So 1d8, I can just roll that through a flat thing, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, also, do you want us to level up now?
Yeah, you guys can do that now if you want. We'll just apply it at the next long rest.
Did that work or no?
DM, there's a cantrip that
I don't see.
Does it not have
roll.
toshes on Foundry?
I don't have it on here, no.
There you
Can
go.
you add Sword Burst for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
Remind me. Actually, I'll try to do it right now.
Dermo is going to turn to Zephylos and say, "Brother, we got 9 GPs worth of."
Damn, one more GP's worth, and we could have maybe summoned my bird.
We could probably buy 1 GP's worth at Canifis when we get there.
Probably. Let me see if I actually pre-stocked.
If you have 1 GP, tell me.
Let's see. So
no,
what did
I
you
have.
roll?
I have what's it called?
9. So you spent, what did we say, an hour for the things for the wreath, and then
I have 1 herb.
Yeah.
This was 7 hours, or it was total of 8 hours travel, so 7 doing this. So 7 times 9 over 4. We'll call that 16 GP worth of herbs.
It's mine. Go.
Leave her banana alone.
And you can add that as an item or whatever you want to do to keep track of it, but keep track of how many you have.
I actually already have 1 fine familiar herbs left over.
Oh, nice.
So I can make it 2, and then we have a 0.6, I suppose. I'll make it 2.6. Because essentially you need 10 to do
Sure.
to do the spell. And I'll thank Dermo. That's very kind of him for helping with this.
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
Before we go to Canifis, can I conjure my bird?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, where's my Gina?
let's see.
Yes.
It is
Right.
1 action.
You'll have to explain to Striggy that we had a divorce in the party.
Range,
I don't have the heart to break it there.
soft, duration instantaneous.
What the,
I literally got right here when I said I'm an anime.
did you look everywhere?
Just don't walk past me while I try to open the door again.
High
Ew.
levels.
You can't pass me. Just tell me
Why
when
are you
you go
just
back
shooting
out.
for my thing?
Because it's shorter.
What?
It's
Oh,
shorter as well.
Deck save.
It's just becomes smaller depending on it normally. Into cool.
Saving throw
I think I'm out of here.
default.
Okay.
1d6 force.
Yeah, like,
Cantrip scaling.
he ain't about it. Yeah? We've literally been spending the past 30 minutes making characters. They don't care about hearing about whatever.
I mean,
we're
I'm still listening. My character is pretty much
I called my wife because she was like, "You're unmuted. We hold off to talk about making necklaces." And I'm like, "You
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Get it.
Dexterity versus spellcasting. Okay, I've almost got this spell ready. Deep-dee-doo. I think that should do it. Oh wait, I had to add it to the compendium.
Hey, Harper, you need to be quiet.
Spells.
Why do they have it to where entering the fishing guild is a one person at a time thing?
You hate that.
Like, it makes no sense in this day and age for an MMO to have a single person entranceway.
Melee weapon. Sword.
By the way, if you guys need it, they have a Death Touch Dart and a Gift of the Reaper in the merchant right now.
Oh, dang. Okay, sword burst should be good to go.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Boop-a-doo-doo. We are probably resting here. You spent your 8 hours worth of travel gathering some herbs and keeping a good watch over the pair of you through this damp, marshy area. You are just about ready to settle down after the 8 hours has passed. Probably have like some downtime though, because it's only going to be I don't know, early evening. It should be in the spells SRD compendium.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I was like, it's not on my sheet. I was like,
Gonna be settling down right about at this location where the party token is located.
Okay.
What are you looking for in a little resting space?
A flat piece of land that has a harder ground that is suitable for viewers of all ages, and that seems relatively safe from monsters. That is.
I agree with the assessment for what it's worth.
I'm glad I'm finally keeping up with the land hunting. I've been taking notes.
Let me
Honestly.
see. I did not have an extra map for an encounter here, but I don't think we're gonna do one anyway. I'll get some more.
I like that we just dodged an encounter because you didn't have an extra map laying around.
That's okay. I totally rolled something to see if you got one, and you didn't get one.
It's okay to lie to yourself.
Oh yes, I do it all the time. All right, you find a decent bit of land that is raised just a little bit higher than the area around it, so that the ground is a bit more firm. There is a little bit of foliage around, but not enough to get like some real cover. The area around here is not very
Dermo do his
not
normal
filled
thing.
with very many plants.
Could Dermo do his normal thing of using whatever's around them to create a lean-to style thing?
Sure. Yeah, you can spend. You've got time to spare. So you spend a good amount of time getting that all set up. Any RP to do before we go to the rest?
No, I think we got all the RP that we really need out. I mean, I think Dermo's kind of understanding of the situation and what transpired and why.
Alright.
He will ask Zephylos very sincerely, where do babies come from, just to see the awkwardness, and then laugh and say he doesn't have to explain it.
Zephylos is very academic. You'd first question if you're just pulling his leg, but then actually tell you if you insist.
He does not insist on knowing where babies come from.
Really had to think about that one.
No, sorry. I was thinking about, like, do I even add that? Like, I think it's assumed, but just in case. But like, besides RP, guys, where do babies come from? Seriously.
When a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, or hate each
You're the
other, and are
kid.
trying to save their marriage and think a baby will fix it.
Oh.
Yeah, well, okay, we don't need to bring my mom and dad into this, man.
You asked. That one
They
came
did.
back and slapped you in the face, didn't it? You just didn't think it'd be so quick.
Alright, let's see, can I have you guys do some blind GM rolls for perception for the night? And also, how are you going to be taking watches?
First
Because
blind, a blind what roll?
so set your rolls to blind GM roll
Right,
and then
what's good?
perception.
Perception, okay.
Mhm. And so, because there are only two of you, it will be more difficult to do
Right.
like shifts. So I guess though you could just like spend a longer total amount of time resting, right?
I
feel like that
think
makes
we can do
sense.
watches. I think we can do a 50-50 split for
Right?
watches.
Because like if you
We can just, like, one of us can start the long rest well before the other one starts theirs.
yeah, that's the thing. You could just spread out the time that you spend resting here.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
true.
do a half and half. I'll take first watch. You will take
Because we
second.
can do a total of 3 watches between you, me, and my bird.
Oh, the bird!
Oh,
I
you're
didn't think
freaking,
of
And the
that.
bird has the best passive of all of us. It has a
True.
18 passive perception.
True.
I didn't know your bird was capable of like by itself handling that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
homie.
so yeah,
It's like
that's
a
totally
whole ass. It won't let me roll the. Oh, that's because it's the party token. Never mind. I need to go into familiars and click on Spriggy, and then perception at advantage.
Oh, the metal sound. Okay, cool.
I've been looking at the metal dice, but we have to save up to buy them because they're a little expensive.
I bet. So, you three have your watches, which would be, what is that, like 2.5 hours each or whatever. That's good enough for me. So, what order do you want to take your watches? Or do you care?
Either way works for me.
Yeah, I don't care particularly, but
I'll take first watch then, and while I'm watching, could I investigate what this like weird side path here is? I see a little. It seems like there's a path going off. So
See, I have not narrated that exists, so it doesn't exist.
Okay,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist. Okay.
Secret knowledge.
Other than that, yeah, I would just sit there peacefully.
More
and,
like probably, you're actually like a mile away from it, so you don't actually
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, so I would just spend the time making my wreath and sizing it off properly, getting the flowers and stuff to set into it, and making it. And I would choose all purple flowers to grow inside of this wreath. And other than that, I would spend my time wisely watching over the area, rotating every 15 minutes on my thing to watch a different side of us to verify full coverage.
Full coverage. Okay. Great. So Dermo on first watch, Zephylos on second, Striggy on third. That fine? Okay. So let's see. Dermo. During your watch, you have an eye on the road, which is just about 100 feet away or so.
Okay.
There aren't many travelers that come by here, as you've noted so far on this road. So it is an unusual sight when you see a humanoid figure who appears to be dressed in... what is he dressed in again? Dressed in some pretty bulky armor, walking on by down the road, heading to the southwest toward the direction you came from. He is hooded, but you notice a long tail. Otherwise, you cannot make him out very well.
Does it seem like he has any interest in us, or are we pretty well? Because I don't think
he does not
fire or anything.
He does not take note of you.
Okay, I'll.
He'll actually hang on. He'll come kind of close to your little site there that you have. Kind of glance over, and are you positioned in a way that you would be visible from outside of your structure?
So you know what hunting stands?
Or are you peeking through a crack in the? Sorry, say that again.
You know what? When you have a hunter stand, how it has a rectangle to see out of.
Yeah.
I'd have something similar to that. Just
how big is the rectangle? Like an
normal
inch?
size. Unless he knew to be looking for it, he probably would gloss over.
Yeah. So he probably would not see your eyes, but he would likely see the structure.
Okay.
He has a look over at it toward you. You almost think that he's locking eyes with you, but you're not sure exactly if he is able to see you.
Okay.
He comes to a full stop as he looks at the structure. Looks over it for about 15 seconds before he starts to kind of slowly continue on down the road.
Does it seem like he's heading towards Canifis, as far as I understand?
No, he's heading from Canifis.
Heading from, okay. Definitely interesting then, someone leaving Canifis. I would not do anything to instigate anyone. I would definitely be conscious of the surroundings, but not... I'm not going to go and provoke a fight for no reason, especially when I'm the only one awake.
All right. Yeah. You watch him carefully as he moves out of your ability to see him any longer, without looking back or turning around.
Okay. That sounds fine to me.
The rest of the night will remain uneventful.
If it becomes uneventful and when we wake up, I will let Zephylos know about the human I saw leaving Canifis.
Just a quick note as a it is not necessarily human because it did have some kind of tail.
That's fine. I don't know the difference, so I'll just call him a human.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
someone
don't know. Maybe
left
some humans have
Canifis?
tails. As far as I understand.
Peculiar.
You can show me a picture of a duck and say it's a human. I'd be like, yeah, sure. Other than that, yep, that seems pretty standard to me. Interesting because the human's leaving Canifis, which means there's other humanoids in this region, which is not something I was expecting. But otherwise, I had nothing of note to report before I went to bed.
Right. That is peculiar. Well, at least we know for sure it's not an abandoned village. There seems to be people there, and maybe they can be reasoned with.
Reason is the only way we're going to make any headway in this region, so hopefully that is a possibility. We don't have much for raw strength anymore, so hopefully the words will speak more than our muscles.
We'll have to see about that, but yes.
You know, Zephylos, one of us will have to learn how to lockpick now.
Well, I don't think you guys are gonna have to worry about that.
There's other ways around a door than breaking it down.
We blocked
Clearly,
our
I'm taking the knock spell
Lock.
now.
But yeah, as we rise in the morning, I'll show Zephylos my insignia that I created. Would I be able to use any form of druidic powers to make the flowers bloom prematurely?
Probably. Do you have the Druidcraft cantrip? Because that is literally what that does.
Let me check. I don't know if that's my
I don't think you do.
I didn't. Damn it.
You wave your hand in front of the flowers. In your mind, you say you tell them to bloom, and then nothing happens.
That's fine. I'll show him the incomplete Zerosian insignia and explain to him that once complete, it will have purple flowers growing from the twigs.
Very good.
And we'll go ahead and start walking to the city.
All right. So, you continue your journey, which only takes you about 3/4 of the normal time. Oh, you know what? I should change this token speed so that it reflects how far you can travel. Yeah, wait, hang on. What is it? 4 squares, so 20 feet. I guess only I can see. Oh no, you guys can see that too. You can see the little green squares.
Yeah, I can see the green.
Hey, Harper, I'm on the phone. Harper,
Oh
I'm
wait,
on.
no, that's not right. It's yellow on 24.
Going down a little bit, okay.
Back. Should I set to 25? Yeah, okay. Anyhow. So, you continue your trek toward the town of Canifis. When you are approaching it, you can finally see the light glow of some street torches inside the village. It looks to be rather small, a little bit run down. And let me see. Where did I put the map? Why did I already put it away? There it is. It is kind of surrounded by the sort of reaches of the swamp here. So there are sort of reedy plants all around the buildings and the village. There are no walls around this village. Doesn't really appear to be protected in much of any way. However, you do see some people walking about in the distance inside the village. The buildings here are somewhat crudely constructed, just simple wooden buildings.
When you said we see people, do you mean human people or like creature people?
Looks like humans.
Is that below? So, human civilization this deep into the Mauritania swamps? Is this what you consider normal?
It's peculiar. I'll give it that. I'm not quite.
Dermo is going to be on his guard, knowing what he's been told from the people in Varrock about these lands, that this is very different than what he was expecting to find.
Yeah, this is different what I was expecting to find too. Be on your best behavior. Maybe these people work with the vampires for all we know, or perhaps they rebel against them. We'll have to suss out the situation.
Understood. We will proceed.
All right, so you will head into the village.
Yes.
Okay, so
I will try my best to smile as we enter the village, but since my face structure doesn't work like that, I will probably look creepier, but I'm still going to try and smile.
Mm-hmm. So you approach the village, and you are just kind of reaching the outskirts here, the first couple of buildings, when you can kind of peek through, and you can already see, due to the small size of it, the village is sort of town center, whatever you might call it. There's a handful of little stalls there where people are selling things, but you see that there's a bit of a commotion that's beginning to take place over there, which is just like 100 or 150 feet ahead. So
What kind of
with
commotion? Is this a natural commotion or a fight commotion? What form of commotion would
so
I?
you see some people kind of like look over to the same location further away from you, and some of them, after having a quick look, they like scurry away, duck into a building, or some of them just kind of like freeze in place. And after a couple more moments, you can see a handful of different looking humanoid creatures walking their way through the town. Two of them, let's see, so there's 3 of these creatures. The one in the front seems to be someone in charge. He walks with a sort of high poise. He has very fancy clothing. It's long, sort of reddish robes, trimmed with a couple of pieces of gold items. Fancy hair that's sort of spiked upwards. with also like gold sort of ornaments in the hair, like loops that hold it into the strange, almost demon horn-like shape, and a long black beard. That's the one in the front, and then he is flanked by two also humanoid-looking, but not human-looking creatures. They have these long, pointy ears, pale skin, and they're very, very thin. And the three of them are walking, not towards you, but closer to you, toward the town square, as the one who looks to be in charge is peering around, apparently looking for someone.
DM, I never got that sword burst, by the way.
What? Can you, do you have access to the compendium called Spells SRD?
Yeah.
It's not in there?
Oh, is that what you were saying? I thought you were saying use the control spacebar still. Okay, I got you. Let me try this.
You should find it either way.
Alright, yeah, and I have two other spells that didn't also make it through the thing to look for him, so.
What are those?
Toll the Dead, surprisingly.
How the hell did I not have that in there?
Yeah, I don't know, bud.
I think nobody has used that yet, actually.
Okay.
I'll add that one later.
And let me check real quick for the other one. Yeah, Shadow Blade isn't in here either.
Okay. Remind me later, and I'll do that sometime.
Sure, I'll keep these tabs up so I remember to remind you.
Okay. Guy in charge, looking around for someone, people scurrying away, mostly. Eventually, you can see him sort of lock his eyes on someone in the village. And then he moves more quickly with his two cronies behind him. And after a moment, are you guys just staying back at this point, or are you trying to get a good look? Because the buildings are obscuring your view at this point of the scene.
Does this seem like an out of the ordinary occurrence here? Does this seem like something that we shouldn't get involved with?
The way that people are reacting to the guy who looks like he is in charge, something seems off.
Okay. I will stay back, waiting for confirmation from Zeplos.
I want to wait for the guy in charge to kind of get out of... Like, I assume we're looking into the main, like city, like village.
You mean?
From yeah, we're looking at the town center from kind of like the entrance of the village, correct?
Yeah.
So I want to wait for him to like keep on walking away to wherever he's going, hopefully into a building, before we do our main approach, because I don't want to get in front of that guy.
Okay. So you saw him walk out of sight behind a building, but he's still like in. You can tell that based on the sort of layout of what you can see that he's still in the town center. And at that point, you can begin to hear some shouting going on. Actually, are they shouting? They're probably not shouting so much. You can hear some conversation going on, but it's a little faint. If you want to listen in, you can either get a little closer or make a perception check.
I have my owl just fly onto a nearby roof.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you have him go and inconspicuously perch atop a roof and listen.
And it has keen hearing too.
It does, so that no problems there. So you then bring your hearing senses through your owl, and you can hear the conversation perfectly. and you hear the following. You hear a male voice, presumably the in charge looking guy. You hear him say, "Galena, my dear, it's time we had another chat." And then you hear a female voice replying, Lord Malik, I'll find you a human or a dwarf. A gnome, I swear." He goes on to reply, "Ah, but here we are with your tithe 2 weeks past due, still giving me the same story." The woman begins to mutter something, but she gets cut off by this Malik. And he says, "Your time is up. It's time for your tithing. 3 weeks' worth ought to do it, plus interest. Grab her." And then you hear a bit of a louder murmuring from the people that are still surrounding the area, as well as a couple of footsteps. So then you hear the woman begin to struggle. She says, "Get off me!" And then you hear this sort of beastly growl. And then can you also see while you're doing the hearing thing, or can you only do one at once?
I experience through all their senses.
Okay, yeah. So you can have the owl just literally just watch. So you see the two through the owl's eyes. You see the two lackeys go up and grab the woman by her arms, and then she's shouting, "Get off me!" And then she lets out this beastly sort of growl, which is uncharacteristically animalistic for her appearance. Then she lets out this sort of wolf howl. Her body begins to transform. The nails on her fingers elongate to black curved claws. Gray fur sprouts out of her body, and she grows several inches taller, and her head takes the form of a wolf's. She then exclaims in a much deeper voice, "Get away!" Then, with his companion still managing to hold her in place, this Malik character moves slowly toward her, opening his mouth to reveal long, pointed canine teeth. He grabs onto Galena's wrist with his lackeys still helping to restrain her. He then thrusts his teeth into her forearm as she lets out a yelp. He quickly removes a couple of glass vials from a pack that he's carrying and carefully collects the blood that pours from her wound. He fills each of them, careful not to spill a single drop, and then stows the vials away. The vampires then release her from their grip. She, now panting and faint, hunches over, exhausted, and transforms back into a human-appearing shape. I'm going to keep going unless you interrupt me now. Just going for a while.
Yeah. I don't think we're in a position right now to intervene. Clearly, this is a vampire. And
I like
there's
the whole interaction. That was cool.
Yeah, no, it was very
What
cool
was that?
interaction.
Got a couple more lines here.
Okay, we'll let it play out, because again, what sentiment I was going to go with is, this might be currently above our pay grade, so rushing it
Yeah, I
would
don't
be
think
foolish.
your next out right now would be a great idea.
Good.
I haven't finished leveling up, so clearly I'm in no position to be messing with him, you know?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you are going to be level 5 now with that long rest there, but we'll add the stuff later once you guys are ready. Just FYI. Okay, so let's see. She transforms back into the form of a human and stands there panting for several seconds. Out of breath, she looks up at Malik with disgust. "Filthy bloodsucker," she says, and then she spits at his feet. Malik then calmly looks down at his feet before slowly looking back up again. He then suddenly lets out a loud hiss and begins repeatedly slashing at her face and torso with his sharp claws in a ruthless display of gore. And oh dear.
I was just checking that it's 2 dice.
Are you using this spell?
No. I'm checking that it leveled me up.
Okay.
No, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, I think you were out of range anyway. He begins repeatedly slashing at her face and torso with his sharp claws in a ruthless display of gore. After taking several vicious blows, she collapses into a puddle of blood on the dirt. Malik then bends down over her motionless body and sinks his teeth into her neck, draining what little blood she had left in her body. He then stands back up and looks up at the crowd and shouts, "It is no concern of mine how they are paid, but tithes are to be paid in full and on time. Let this be a reminder to you all." Then, with a flash of dim reddish light, his body magically changes into the shape of a bat, and he flaps away from the village into the dark, before his cronies quickly scurry away. There's now a murmur among the crowd as a couple of people go and check on the hell is her name? Galena, who appears to be dead.
Quick question. I added Warlock as my class level, but it doesn't add the picture. How do I make it add the picture?
The picture?
Yeah, like my druid.
Why didn't it add the picture, the heck? What did you do? Here, no. Add the one that comes from the search bar. I'll grab it for you. There you go.
Yeah, that's what I did. Whatever.
You did? Oh, it looked to me like it was just a blank item that you put in there and then called Warlock.
Oh no, of course not. Don't check.
There you go. You should be able to drag some of the features in there from that description.
Well, now it's fancy and it asks you if you want to add them. You're like,
Yeah, it did add Pact Magic and Otherworldly Patron to me.
Oh, it did. Yeah, it does them automatically, I thought.
Well, even whenever I added the thing, whenever I typed in Warlock, it did that without adding the actual thing.
Huh. Weird. Okay, so the crowd will probably disperse over a matter of several more minutes. What are your plans with proceeding into the village, or are you going to run away or something?
I think we would wait until it seems those creatures are gone before trying to naturally acclimate ourselves into the populace.
Oh, for the record.
They pretty quickly scurried away after she was killed.
Yeah. For the record, in the morning when we wake up, before like completely coming into town, I would have mage armored on myself, on Dermo, and on Striggy before arcane recoverying to like.
Oh, you're mage armoring Striggy now, yes.
Yeah, I have.
Love it.
I can recover 3 spell levels, so I might as well do it on my bird too.
How do I add my new hit points? Where do I do that?
Add them? Also, increase your max. Did you roll it?
What am I gonna roll? Is it a D8?
Just hit the short rest button and then do a
This
roll.
is rigged as well because I've only gotten max rolls.
And Are you serious?
I get 12 HP per level.
How have you only gotten max rolls?
I don't know.
You rolled a 7. That's pretty good.
The proof is in the pudding, you know.
I just add 9 to my max.
Yep. So just add 9 to your max HP.
Okay.
Yeah, 54 HP at level 5 feels
Bruh.
good.
I'm going to
That's
turn
ridiculous.
And let them know that we are definitely not in friendly territory, so we need to stay neutral, but also stay awake.
Yeah. Also, the mage armor on Striggy does look like little bird plate mail.
Bird barding.
Like a full-on, like they have like a bird like visor and like helmet.
Amazing.
Guardian of Gahul.
Yeah, exactly. Guardian of Ghoul shit right
Do
there.
they have armor? Oh my god.
Also, my friends may introduce you to Firewave. Oh, okay. I don't have level 3 spell slots.
Did you take Fireball?
I
You
did
better
take
have taken
Fireball.
Fire. Oh my god, he took Fireball.
Because I got Warlock instead of Druid, I don't get access to my thing, right? I don't get. Do I get access to my 3rd level slots because I lost that level to Warlock?
No,
No,
you just get a packed
unfortunately
spell
not.
slot.
You're
If you-
gonna get, what is it, 2 packed slots, which are 1st level?
No,
a
only
few...
one.
1?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Because, okay, so when you multi-class into another spell class...
Oh, no, it's 2 spells known with 1 slot, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get 2 cantrips, which is pretty cool, though.
But the pack spell slot comes back at a short rest.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
you
like
can...
the meme, isn't it? Every Warlock
Yeah.
is like dying for their short rest.
And you can use your Warlock spell slots to cast Druid spells, and you can use your Druid spell slots to cast Warlock spells, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's fucking adorable, dude. Oh my
so
god.
you can like get 1 like short rest 1st level Druid spell.
Okay, so where
if
do
you
I
wanted.
add, like, how do I see? Do I get any new spells from it, or is it just?
So
one?
you firstly you learn 2 Warlock cantrips. So you'll want to have a look at those.
Okay.
Okay. And you learn 2 1st level Warlock spells.
Got it. Okay, I'll fill that in as we continue. That way it doesn't hold up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you'll have one of those packed magic spell slots, which
Okay.
is always 1st level, and you get it back on a short rest.
Okay, so I get to cast it 1 time per short rest.
Yeah, you just get 1 1st level spell slot that you get back on short rest, but you can use it for anything.
Okay. I got you. Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have tons of 1st level spells to sling around, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Anyhow, where were we?
We had just seen this gore happen, and then
Oh yes.
people are scurrying about and trying to figure out what just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the message I sent you?
Oh, hang on. I don't always have my Discord open. Well, my other friend is sending me messages. After the... Oh,
You know what
geez.
I-
Okay, we're doing it now. Okay.
It's necessary that I add this. How do I do the search bar? Is it shift space?
Control space.
Control space.
Alright, give me a minute to get this picture.
Doesn't have to be. Right
Whenever
now.
I do control space, it opens up the search tab within my search engine. I'm using Opera, so I think that's why.
Oh. What are you searching for? The
I'm
spells?
gonna add Eldritch Blast to my cantrip.
Under cantrips, just hit the little magnifying glass, and then it should pull up this search
Okay, yep.
there.
All right. Now, Danny, you're gonna have to help me reflavor that into, Zerosian.
Which one?
Eldritch Blast. It's gonna be Zerosian.
Purple lightning, you know?
So it's gonna be Zeros's, Zeros's Blast.
Okay, so after the vampires leave, among a couple of other villagers, you see someone approaching her. Zach, if you want to do a thing, you may.
It's a tall, dark-haired man with kind of a shaggy head of hair, full kind of like thin, or not close shave, but like a short, full beard. Like as soon as the vampires leave, like rushes up to the woman. You're like put a couple of fingers on the woman's neck, and then pick her up and start walking elsewhere with her. The goal is to take her to whatever passes for a preacher in this town, or a mortician.
DM, why
There's
don't my
this-
passive abilities disappear? What's going on with my character sheet here, man? I'm like adding stuff and then everything's getting disappeared.
What did you add?
don't
I
know.
see
Anyway,
doubles
right
of
there,
some
I
of your things.
I went back to. Oh, really? I didn't see any doubles.
Yeah, I see 2 Eldritch invocations and 2 otherworldly patrons under your
I don't-
passive ability.
Well, I should have 2 invocations at 4th level, but I don't even see my invocations on here. All I see is I see 1 invocation, which is the wrong one. It's the one I went to remove.
May
And
need
all
to refresh
all
the
I
page.
see is-
Yeah, probably you need to refresh.
How do I add hex? It's not in the magnifying glass search.
That's because I don't have it in the thing. I'll add it later.
Okay, no problem. I'll just play a
Yeah,
bit.
if
So
both of you guys can make a list of
Yeah, I'm doing it already. Don't worry.
features / spells, I will add them, and then you can easily do the thing, and they'll be nice.
Okay. So
Also, I
wait,
have
this
a
is a female who runs up to the person, or is this a male?
It's male.
Male. Okay. You said you have long hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you look like a normal person? Like you don't have a tail or anything?
That is correct. I'll throw my artwork in the chat.
Dermo, take a quick look around to see if any of these other humans have tails.
None of them do.
I will start piecing 1 and 2 together to create 7.
I'm looking
Okay.
at character
I'm
sheet.
trying to tell you, why are you putting a picture of me in chat? I don't understand.
Because you're just so devilishly good looking.
I'm
He's
also.
got the same hair.
Does anyone on their character sheet have the spell scrolls written down? Because it must have got deleted, but from mine. But
The spell schools?
the spell scrolls.
Scrolls.
The
Oh, the ones that you picked up at the thing.
yeah, I can't find it for the life of me. In fact, hold on. I can't even find frickin' the silvered rapier. That one I remember just because it's cool. I'm sure I wrote them down.
I got that image from Owl wearing medieval armor.
That's why you googled.
That was the best one, though. Most of them just looked like they had like bug exoskeletons.
Oh.
Let me look in my notes for what the spell scrolls were.
Oh, I found it. It's Crore Whip, Animate, Blood, and Draining Thread.
Yep, that sounds right.
Let me just add them real quick. So do I take Animate Blood this level? Shake my head.
A lot of the pictures are the owls are just standing on medieval armor.
Okay, I'll be smart and not add it this level, and save money to actually just write it down. But yeah, I see the person carrying away the
You want to go grab it?
body.
Okay.
And I'll say maybe we should talk to that person. They seem to, that individual who's dead was just assaulted by a vampire. Maybe we can leverage their animosity towards vampires and possibly find an ally here.
As long as you do the talking, I fear for if I let something slip. And we will approach this person who is obviously agitated.
Yeah, we'll approach Zach's presumable character. All mage armored up.
Oh yeah, super non-threatening.
Even the bird.
With glowy red and magical armor. Wait, oh my gosh, these are so cute. It's an owl wearing chainmail. Look at the one in the middle. He's all bundled up. It's
That's
so
weird,
cute.
I love it.
I didn't think this one was gonna work.
That last one is what I'm.
The
hoping
last
is
one,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, that's my next character right there.
Owlkin, yeah, you can just play as an Owlkin.
I already did that, but
These are so funny to me.
like I said, I'm not sure which. Like, are you guys announcing yourself or just kind of like approaching?
We're gonna walk up, like almost, you know, when you see someone who's been in an argument and you don't want to say anything, so you walk up kind of like, hey, yeah, that kind of like ginger approach.
Yeah, we're gonna approach threatening. And when it's clear
hey, yo, what's up?
yeah, when it's clear we have your attention and you're stopping to like address us, we'll stop at a reasonable distance from you.
So
Maybe
as you guys begin
do a
to like approach him, you're heading like into the sort of center of the village, and you very quickly notice like almost everybody that has you in their field of vision just like locks eyes onto you. You hear some sort of murmuring.
I'll obviously doing my best to kind of show a smile under the circumstances. Well, hello there. How I haven't seen you before. How can I help you?
We're far travelers, but I suppose that question is more suitable for you. We see your town is being harassed. I say as I kind of like do like the upwards head tilt gesture towards the corpse in your hands.
I'll kind of look around, making sure there's no obvious people in earshot. You'll find little love for their kind here.
Well, that
What do you refer to?
I'll gesture towards the woman that I'm carrying, the bastards who did this to her.
They seem to have attacked her. Why would they do this?
Around here, you have to give a blood tithe to the overlords every week. Used to be every month.
It seems paradoxical to me that they would kill someone for not giving them blood, yet they do not take the blood from her.
Oh, he did take blood from her, both before and after.
But she will not produce any more for him. Is that not correct?
There can be no show of rebellion or resistance.
So this is less about the blood and more about subservience.
A hefty sum of both, I would say.
Understood. Does this apply to far travelers as well? All who roam these lands must give their blood?
Depends on who you're dealing with and how they feel that day.
It seems unfortunate. Why would you put yourself in a scenario like this? What keeps you from leaving?
It depends. Many cannot leave. At least, leave this swampy land that we have all been born to. There is I'm sure you are aware of the river at this point. Whether or not it's, you know that it is enchanted, that river creates a natural border that most, if any, people can pass. For those who can pass it, it's attempting to flee is a death sentence.
So this forbids you from ever leaving under any circumstance, then?
At least through that route. Some people have said you can sail out of here, but as far as I know, a rumor at best.
I know much about rumors.
Not that the trees around here are good for boatcraft.
I'd assume even if you could leave, where would you go? Nowhere surefire.
But let me I'll kind of gesture towards the woman again. Let me make sure she is taken care of, and then we can speak further. Introduce you to a friend of mine as well.
Yes, perhaps a place with less prying eyes, he says, as like the whole village in his immediate vicinity staring him down.
Yes, that's infinitely preferable.
I feel as though you may not be the only one having eyes on you, Zephylos. As
at this point, you what building did we go into at this point? Might have missed
Not
it.
in a building at this point.
No? Oh, okay.
Directly
Where are you
outside.
at?
I was heading towards some clergy or mortician.
Okay.
There's a taxidermist.
They approached me. Yeah.
I do not get her tax.
You so you see somebody or you hear like a little shifting noise, and this sack of like random like little like pieces of wood gets knocked over, and it like makes a bunch of noise, and you see this other person
Well, I guess that
was
answers the
hiding
roll.
behind it.
Oh, and there's my friend now.
Then it is indeed your friend.
I'm guessing I didn't roll real high.
No, you rolled not that great.
Not that great.
Not super low, but just not good.
Fair enough. I'm going to introduce myself. I'll come out of the shadows as I like clumsily kind of
Quote unquote shadows.
I'm gonna say I saw that, and I'm gonna say I was just listening for as long as I could, and I'm gonna stick my hand out and introduce myself.
Child exclaiming that.
I saw those planks there, by the way. I kicked them to bring attention to me. Anyway, I'm right here in the dark. I was here the whole time. And I'll come out and I'll introduce myself to Danny's character, and I'll say, Jared Maximus Clive Stish III. And I'll like put my hand out to shake his.
I'll shake it.
Pardon me if this is presumptuous. You do know it's rude to hide in shadows. Normally.
It's rude to do a lot of things, and I'll look over to. I'll look over. I don't know what his fucking know what his character's name is, honestly.
Oz.
Oz. Yeah. Okay. I thought that's what I saw. I'm gonna look over to Oz. I'm gonna say, like Oz was saying, some people can't leave here, but others can, and they stay here just to fuck with people. And I'll kind of give him a snarky grin. And what you're looking at is about a 5'9" human, dark hair, beard, dressed in kind of grayish, very raggedy ropes, kind of loose fitting, like a desert fit almost, if that makes sense. Baggy, kind of like a genie would wear, but snug and fitting to the point, just to let him be, nimble, so to speak.
Are you saying your character's a G?
Jared with a G. Gerred. It's like Jer and then red.
Okay. Jared, it is.
When G's followed by a vowel, it makes a J sound in a lot of the cases. Example, giraffe.
Garrett, it is.
Question for the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any cool CR 1 or lower demons that I could summon, hypothetically speaking?
Oh, speaking of, I need an imp because I took Back of the Chain.
Okay, CR1 demons. All I have is death spawns are 1/2. Those are the little guys that Necrails
the
spawn.
Necrals make, yeah.
There's imp and there's ice fiend, which are both 1.
Oh, Pyre Fiends are more.
If you have a cool idea and I don't already have it set it out as something higher, I can make something. But Pyre Fiends are 2, Gargoyles are 2, Bloodvelds are 2, and then everything else is up from there.
Because what's it called? I can flavor Ice Fiends as Erosian because they're icy, and some Avernic demons, like lesser demons and stuff, still worship Zeros because of the what's that one mini game where like the demon invasions happen and you have to go kill the butcher demon.
Flash mobs.
Yeah, flash mobs, because you get the Demon Slayer armor. Because some of them are Zerosian, and some of them are Zamorakian.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So, yeah, I could maybe have Ice Fiends. Because I can make 2 of these creatures, Jesus Christ. I'm just reading a spell real quick. But yeah, I'll see this guy approach. Yeah, I'll shake his hand and I'll say, Zephylos, the purple. I'm sorry for what those vampires are doing to your town.
I'm gonna look at him up and down, and I'm gonna say the purple, and I'm gonna look at his red garb. I'm gonna like kind of put my hand in a pocket that you didn't quite see in his baggy pants, and he'll look at you and he says, "Yes, quite terrible. It's best to stay indoors and drink during the day. That's what I do, at least. Maybe play some darts or throw some hatchets at a tree when I'm bored. But yeah, dangerous around these parts." And I'll look over at Oz, kind of.
Well, kind of. Oz wants to get rid of this dead body, so he's not really.
Hey, don't we all, buddy?
Ah.
I usually leave him and see what the next person does.
So he's like just kind of like yep. And
But if you want to get it out of here, we can, and you'll see Jared kind of pull up a hunk of rope out of his bag and tie it around the neck of the victim to drag him out of there. Or her. It was a girl, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The woman.
All right.
Yeah, if I don't have anybody protesting, I'm like, that's how I'm introducing my character. We're dragging her out of here by her neck. We're 180ing from Con here, and I want to make that.
Oh yes, I can see that.
You want to be dark and sinister, Zephylos? I'm here for it. I just didn't bring the right guy. You know what I mean? Let me.
Fair enough.
No, it'll be a good balance.
I'm all for it. I just, I brought I got egg on my face when I brought Con in.
You bring in a character that's like super like non-authoritarian to meet a guy who's all authoritarian.
Literally follows the most authoritarian god.
I wouldn't say the most authoritarian god, but definitely like has authority signed into his existence as a. He almost has like a politician-y existence. He's very he's very ready to use words to get out of a situation. Where Khan was like, how many hits does it take to get to the center of this guy's skull?
Alright, so I'm clearly a cleric of Zeros now because I now have Ancient Curses as a spell.
Oh. Okay.
So do we get the body somewhere?
Sorry, where were we? I'm looking at messages and stuff.
We're taking this body on a makeshift noose, dragging it to where.
On a makeshift noose?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't catch that? I was
No,
wondering why
I've
you're so
been, like,
casual about
reading
me
a-
letting that go.
Just like reading a bunch of things that are going on, trying to
Yeah,
handle what's
so they
sorry, go
wanted to
ahead.
get the body out of there, DM, and I was like, not really a fan of moving the body because I like leaving the body for the shock value. But I was like, fine, let's get the body out of here, and I grabbed a bit of rope and we noosed up the body to drag it out of there. It's a body.
Yikes.
What's it carrying?
Oh,
It's in the air
okay.
now. It's a body.
Cool.
I'm gonna say it's a body. I don't care if it's in the air.
Yeah, where are you taking it?
To
We're
some
dragging it.
whoever passes as a mortician in these parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody that digs holes.
I'm gonna drag it up the steps. I hope there's steps.
Head bouncing on every single
Yeah,
step.
just as the leg as the
Jeez.
legs like hit the next step, you know.
Nasty.
Leaving some blood splatters on the corner.
Like very light. It's not the worst thing that's happened in Canifis today, likely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is
It's
an
possible.
old Grandma Sue got murdered. That's a shame.
I'm gonna
You know,
lean over to
Niece got murdered
Nicholas
this
and just be like,
morning?
yeah, do you think this is a normal occurrence?
Fortunately, it might be.
This seems quite interesting. But these two have chosen to speak to us, which is better than I could say for some of the people even back in the Misselin area, so.
No, fair enough. It's definitely a start, so I'm here for it.
One of them seems almost what I would call normal. The other one seems to drag people around by their necks.
We're in a very brutal part of the world. I'm not surprised.
I've heard some people use morbid humor to escape from the findings, if that makes sense.
No, wait.
DM, can I size up these two guys here? Can I do like a little look up and down and see kind of what their grit is just on a look?
Insight check me.
Their grit? Like,
Yeah,
what
just
do you
like-
mean by that?
I mean, I've seen what they're wearing and stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
give them a good look. Like, what's my kind of takeaway on these guys?
Like
been
they're-
been through and not knowing them.
Their motives, or like how,
Easily you can take us in a fight.
Yeah, are you
yeah,
gonna
like,
beat up? Please don't beat up.
if you think they're tough.
Yeah, I guess that's my. Am I looking at them like they're proven, so to speak? They can hold themselves in a fight. Is this somebody I would associate as being weak if they came up to me?
Okay, yeah. Let me take a quick look at some.
I may need to roll a deception check on this.
Make it insight
insight? Yeah,
check.
insight.
Yeah, make an insight
Right.
check.
I'm not even proficient in that, so cool. That might have been a blind jam roll, so enjoy, brother.
It was, I think.
It was.
Can't
It's-
roll low on everything, right? Trust the
It's
luck.
kind of difficult to tell. I mean, they at least possess some magic, because you could see the mage armor, the familiar.
I'm holding a staff.
He's got a funny looking staff and some weird things he's carrying around. It's hard to tell though exactly just by looking at them. The humanoid, the human looking one, he's a little twiggy, but kind of not like
You talking
super
about
weak
Zephylos?
looking at the same time. Yeah.
Yes.
The larger creature, he's a pretty big guy, not like super muscular, but his whatever creature he is pretty big, and perhaps a little frightening.
Very cool.
But again,
alright,
it's very hard for you to tell
yeah, no, they
because you
look,
never know with magic
they look
how
like an
strong
interesting
someone could
duo
be.
to say the least.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, let's drop this body off and then we can get a drink and figure out what we're doing with our
Yep.
lives.
You hand off the body to the mortician there, and he's like, all right, yeah,
I'll flip him a copper.
He looks at you and he's like, come on. He like waves his hand, gives some more.
I mean,
He's
I
like-
imagine, DM, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the city mortician of Canifis, the city I grew
Okay,
up in.
fair.
I'm
They
pretty
are really
familiar
poor.
with him. I'd flip him the appropriate amount that would not be
Okay,
offensive.
the appropriate amount, sure. It's like
What?
3
Could be more than a
copper.
couple coppers.
I don't know, yeah,
we
3
did
copper.
his job for him.
Yeah, we did half his job. Go dig the hole now.
True. He does have to just. dig the
Anyways,
hole.
yeah, well, I'm not trying to be rude to him. I'm gonna flip him the appropriate amount,
Yeah,
casual,
you're good.
and I'll be, hey, Rich, how's the wife? Just real casual, dragging a dead body up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I assumed his name's Rich, but it is now, right?
Yeah, it's definitely rich now.
Yeah.
Or
How's the
you're
wife?
just being really rude and calling him by the wrong name on purpose.
Well, you know, the usual.
That's one way to.
Yeah, we got a warm one for you here.
Alright.
Yeah.
You put it over in the corner.
All right. I'll look over to the other two, having had dragged it all the way over here. Be like, you heard him. I'll like gesture to Zephylos. You heard him over there.
Fine,
And
I'll
I'll continue talking to Rich. And be like, Kitty's still going out with that one guy.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, what
Not
happened?
after she found out about Jacob.
Oh, Jacob. Ooh, this week's hot thing. I'll
That
give
was
him
only a
a
matter of time.
classic, right? Hot young thing like Kitty in a moving town like Canifis. And I kind of chuckle.
Mm-hmm.
And you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Jared? I kind of rib him.
Right. It's like, hey, it's the man's daughter. Have some respect. You know this one. Mouth as big as a cell. Like, all right,
As big as my
I'll leave it to it, you know, and I'll kind of step down the stairs.
No, yes.
What'd you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I was reading the chat between Danny and August.
No, yes.
No, hesitant yes. You're gonna interrupt our conversation? You're gonna walk into our town and start asking me to do manual labor for you?
Zach, thank you for already changing your token.
Wow.
I gotta change the label though. I'll do that later. We should probably wrap up here.
Yeah.
This is probably a good spot. And we will pick up next week.
Do you think
So-
your character would think that flowers are unmanly?
Who are you talking to?
The one who's obviously more erratic. I could not remember which one it was.
Jared?
Garrett instead of Oz, because Oz I think is the first one we talked to, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so Garrett.
Should I just put Oz in the label?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't go by Vincent.
Vincent.
Vince,
All right,
Vince, come
labels,
on. You go by Vince, right?
Hey,
Come on.
Vinny, what are you doing back in town?
Is he a vampire? What's going on?
The
Might have
Italian
some
vampire.
connections.
That sounds like
No,
a
it was
like
a
a
fairy.
70s movie, the Italian vampire.
Yeah.
Let's see. His new name is Oz.
His name was Robert Paulson. No? We're not doing that? Okay.
What?
Didn't that one fell flat on me? I didn't get it.
Fight Club?
We don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Fair. You got me on that one, bud. Just didn't know if you were out of the loop or not.
I haven't seen it, but I know we're not supposed to talk about it.
Right.
Same.
Naturally.
That's all I know.
Wait, what are we not supposed to talk about?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah, good catch.
Fight Club? Just
What?
persistently be that guy. He's talking about Fight Club?
Behold, peasants, the power of Zeros.
What did you just cast? Ancient Curses?
Oof.
Is this Bestow Curse?
It is.
You just
I'm
called
like-
it Ancient Curses.
I'm like, which spell of 3rd level is very Zerosian? And all of them were a bit of a stretch, but this one, like, no, I can do curses.
No, this is like, what is it? Sap whatever. Sap Strength.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Well, I imagine each mode I pick is just one of the different ancient curses.
Right.
You know?
Sap Adrenaline.
Wait, what are you using this on?
No, nothing. I'm just, showing what I got for my level up. Yes, I also did, get, in fact, Fire Wave.
Oh god, that was super loud.
I didn't hear anything.
Whoa.
Oh, it was delayed.
Yeah.
Let me turn that one down. Is that Bang? I think that's one. That one's called Bang. Yeah, we're gonna turn that one down.
The,
Alright, do it again
uh,
real quick.
okay. The, what's it
Should
called?
be quieter now.
A blood spell at 3rd level, that's an AoE, sucks. But it sucks less at level 6, because then I can ignore, like, resistance to necrotic.
I wanted to give you like some variety there. That's a better volume. Thank you.
Much better.
What's it called? I think I have, like, a decent buff for it. Like, the numbers don't change, but the way I use it would change, so I'll run by you before next level.
Okay.
Essentially, like, you know how it's like, as your action, when you cast it, like, you suck up all the blood, and then on your next turn as a bonus action, you can, like, drop it?
Yeah, didn't we make it like less shitty? Wait, which one are you talking about?
Yeah, it's that one. It's called Tides of Blood.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about different things we could do to make it less shitty, but we never, like, specified it.
Okay.
One thing I
well,
want to propose is, can I do the bonus action on the same turn I cast it? So like,
we
action...
can talk
like,
about
to suck
that
it up.
over DMs so that we can look closely at the verbiage.
Yeah, okay.
That'd be
I'll
easier.
run it by you during the week.
Yeah, DM me later.
If I see 120 on the floor, you will be saying.
I apologize for
Okay.
that.
I added Oz's new label on the stream.
Also, does anyone here play Magic the Gathering?
No.
Not as much as I used to.
Okay.
I played it once.
I played Arena on Xbox for like a week.
Hell yeah.
Fuck.
You want the new token, Zaid?
Oh yes, I need to download it to have it show up in the game.
Here, let me, there you go.
Thank you. It's kind of dark.
I mean...
Or is it just me?
That's it matches the character.
I mean, it's kind of I fit him to... Yeah. I
Alright,
could have
what the hell's
made
his name
maybe
again?
his background a little bit different color,
Jared.
kind of matching the interior of the lapel there.
That's fine.
That's something.
Here, we'll have a look at how it looks.
Or did I clip the back out of I can't even tell. Let me redo it real quick. I think I clipped the back out.
It's actually not that dark now I'm looking at it on a map.
Yeah, actually, it clipped out part of his collar there. Let me go ahead and fix it. I'll send you an update token.
Okay.
I'll make it a little bit brighter too, because it is quite dark on the map there.
Let's see. His name is Jared with a G and 2 R's. Okay, and his class was yep.
So like under characters, will it show whenever it gets updated?
What's that?
Like the new characters, are they going to be in the character thing soon, or are they not updated yet?
What are you talking about?
On my side, I'm still seeing Daishu and Khan under characters.
Yeah, you don't have permission to see them yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
do
give
that
it to you,
once
yeah.
we have everything fully settled. Which actually might be pretty close to right now, so let me do that now.
Wait. Did Khan and Daishu add us to their ignore list?
Classic.
Mm-mm.
Here's the new one, Jim.
You won't be able to find us on Pinstagram or no, not Instagram. What is it?
The
Pentagram.
background came out about the same. It's hard for me to tell with my flux filter on. Second one looks higher quality though somehow. When I clipped it the second time.
Yeah, it definitely does. Make
Yeah,
sure you
we-
update the reactive image too
literally
if you
about
like
to
this
do
one
that.
better. Okay, replace image. Yep, that should do it in the game too. Let's say refresh.
Did you add that stuff though, DM? You're gonna do that later.
I'll do it this week. Okay, I have the labels in the stream updated now too.
You want to update the in-game one? It's still the old token.
Old token. What's the old token?
My PC has the first token I sent you that has part of the collar flipped out. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh, did it not go? I
You'll have to
updated
edit
the.
it in the token, the sheet, not in the token interface.
I overwrote the file, so it should fix like on a refresh. Although I don't know if I have to refresh or if you have to.
If the file had the same name as the first one, it won't. Foundry's weird about it. You might have to delete the old one out of your Foundry file and then.
I thought it fixes it when you. Here, I could just refresh the game.
Yeah, I'm
so
checking
I don't
right
want
now. It's refreshing for me.
to. It might be me that has to refresh though. I'm pretty sure I've observed it fixing it though, but I probably refreshed the whole game when I did that.
Yep, I'm doing that right now. Let's see if it fixes it. And it's not loading. Hold on. It loaded everything except for mine, so it might have updated it. Yep, it updated it.
Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, we're putting these guys into the retired folder,
Indeed.
which you guys should be able to observe. Okay, and then let me add, let's see, what is it?
Oh, I would like to note, DM, I don't know if it's a significant factor for the campaign that you have written. Khan had the Ghost Speak amulet on him when he left.
Okay. That may or may not be important.
Might not be important. I'll let you figure out a way for us to. Maybe one of our other characters already had one, and that's how they're useful. You can flavor that in. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll give it some thought.
You know what I mean? Like give it to Zach or something, and like maybe he had one already, and it's like fucking we can write something in for it. But
Yeah,
you know, like party cohesion with new party members coming in. It's like we've been playing together already, but now we have a reason to not trust each other because it's a new character. You know? Maybe.
Yeah, I'll think of something.
Oh, you got them
Okay.
cloudy eyes, brother, huh?
You guys should be able to see the new character tokens in your journals. Should have all the permissions right now.
Yeah.
I think we have everything updated except for those handful of things that I still have to do now. Oh, I was also going to talk about items for the new characters. So here's the thing. When we have like a character swap out sort of thing, what I like to do is give those new characters some items that are reflective of what the other members of the party have gathered. However, what I cannot do is just inject a bunch of new items when somebody dies or leaves. Who ended up with the Granite Maul?
One of the two, Garajo, kept it.
The Garajo kept it? Okay, that's helpful. That is helpful. I imagine they also kept that rune ore. So I think the only other items that we had was pretty much nothing, other than stuff that you guys bought with the gold. So let me see what the party's gold value is looking like right now. Was there anybody that had like way more gold than everybody else?
Zephylos was carrying quite a bit from what I understand. I think he was kind of the piggy bank for a minute.
Let's see, he's got like 60 some gold. Daisho has about 60 something gold. Khan has 84. And Dermo has 156. So,
Spent any money this time.
I would like to note that whatever the Garajo had they left with, that doesn't get redistributed, the cost of losing them.
Right. Yeah, okay, that helps. That makes it a lot easier to give out an appropriate number of items.
I mean, I don't think you need to bring really much of anything because we don't have a ton of gold and we're bringing brand new characters in with fresh gear and I think it's pretty fine how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the Ghost Speak amulet, I don't think anything's gonna break the story.
Yeah, okay, so let's see. Here's I had written rules for this that I really liked in like my other campaign, but now I don't have that anymore. Let me find that so that I can reference it or base it on what I want to do here. Do 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 do. I might just have to do this later.
Shall we do recaps?
Yeah, we can do it now.
I mean, if not, I usually get an IBS flare around this time, and I could go handle that, and we could come back if you want to. I get this was
Yeah,
kind of
we
like
can.
a session.
Yeah, I'll be going soon, so we can recap.
We can do now.
Okay.
I'll volunteer to go first.
Sure.
Favorite things. From the GM, I like how willing you are to accept my shenanigans of making a demon pact on the spot. And also kudos to like allowing Dermo to be a warlock even though it gives 0 value to the character as a mechanical level.
Hey, it's cantrips.
Cantrips that won't hit anything. Like, I think the only thing good out of this is maybe Armor of Agathis. Might be cool. But yeah, no. So good stuff on there. That'll be interesting to see. From other players, kudos to both Zach and Shab for playing character integrity to the point where you're willing to retire characters because simply it makes sense. Especially like as Zach was saying, like you guys were excited to play those characters, but like it just didn't vibe anymore.
I mean, maybe there comes a day when they come out of retirement, but yeah, they're done. I mean, I think Khan's done.
We found our big bad evil guy for the final boss. We already know it.
It's Zeros. Wait, what?
Yeah. Then what I did. I liked convincing Dermo that, hey, you can join the cult and drink the Kool-Aid and maybe we'll live. That was cool. Trying to persuade him to jump into a religion he barely knows. So, yeah.
Classic cultism.
Oh, Zephylos is 100% a cultist.
Oh yeah, no, he's a blood cultist.
Like, I'm the level 1 mage you'd fight in a dungeon, in like a dungeon.
I thought you were level 5 now.
Well, now I'm level 5, but yeah. So, yeah, it was definitely that was cool. We didn't really do much though after that, so that's about it.
Well, we did a lot of setting up new characters and stuff, which, of course, takes a while. So, I mean, there wasn't much to be done, unfortunately. I can go real quick.
Good.
Favorite thing that the party did in general, I really appreciate the patience of the two party members kind of letting, obviously, when you're a retired character, there's not much they can do to be, I guess, in the spotlight, but I do appreciate, I was kind of like, oh, I feel like, we're being too character forward, but of course, that makes sense in the scenario. But even then, the patience given was very respectable, and I appreciated it because it didn't feel like you guys were like waiting for some more so just like, all right, what are they doing real quick? Another player. I think the pack was hilarious, but I do agree with what he said. Them deciding, after seeing Dermo kind of like the last bastion of neutrality leave, they kind of already knew like there was no chance of it becoming profitable for them, and so they realized, no, this is not. We're not going to waste our time being puppets or being in a scenario that we don't agree with, and this was the last straw,
It was.
And then for myself, of course, being Dermo, being almost naive, to a degree, just so mission sent to follow my end goal that being willing to do nearly anything, including joining a cult.
You love to see it, though. It's always like if you would have told me that our druid was joining a cult and becoming a warlock this session, I probably would have been like, yeah, that's probably what I would have. That's not far from what I would have guessed after.
I definitely didn't expect it.
I didn't expect that, but if you would have told that, I would have been like, that's certainly a scenario I
T-shirt
could have
with
picked.
it on it, to say the least. But no, with how Dermo is, he's so like he already chose the person that he kind of immediately is like, I am not strong enough. I need to find someone who's more powerful than me. The second he saw Zephylos and established him as an authority figure with power, he pretty much from that point was like already like, nah, he's gonna be the leader, I guess to say, and was ready to follow him. So it's like it was bound to happen one way or another, I feel like. I just think it's so hilarious ending up as a cultist warlock within not even 30 minutes. Favorite
That
thing
was
that
pretty
did
crazy, yes.
was really just like being willing to just kind of go with the flow, like literally just saying, all right, new characters, all right, let's figure out where to put them, like not being like, hey, this is gonna be a lot more work for me or anything like that. Just like, all right, cool. Being cool with, just that's anything that kind of happens. Hey, you want to join a cult? Sure. Just whatever happens, you're fine with kind of rolling with it and not making a deal out of it, but also not making anyone feel like, their weird choices are too weird. That's all.
I'll go next. So something that I did that I liked, obviously didn't really kind of listen for a lot of that, but like you guys said, Rahu just stuck to their gun. Like, we kind of knew we were leaving this campaign. I didn't anticipate it that early in the session, but it did happen, and we stuck to it and we left. Something that someone else did that I kind of liked, I enjoyed the little bit of RP between Zephylos and Dermo while they were kind of traveling to recoup their losses in the party. And then something that I liked that the DM did was just the way he kind of segued us into it with that, in kind of walking into Canifis mid-dispute, like something's already going on here when they walk up, you know what I mean? Chaos at the door. So I like that. Chaos. I like chaos.
I'll go next. I liked how multiple of you guys were just like, all right, new characters, RP, go. And just like, you literally are just finishing your sheets and you're already like ready to go.
Yeah, boy.
Not only like willing to get into it right away, but like even prompting me to do it. So that was pretty fun. And something that someone specifically did, I like how willing August was to just like do the thing.
Sell his soul for Warlock.
Sell his soul for 2 cantrips
I love
that
it.
he can't even cast very well.
Sell
So
his soul for 2 cantrips, and doesn't he get an invocation at level 1? You get 1 invocation at level 1, don't you?
1 invocation and like a subclass feature.
It
Probably
wasn't
isn't
even
very
about
good.
that choice. Like, I'm so against metagaming on this that I literally was just playing as the character. He would have signed his life away from this, so it literally
Yeah.
didn't matter what he gained.
So
It
that
was
was
the fact that he knew it was life and death, and that Zephylos wanted this, and so he said, you know what? Zephylos makes a good point that, if you do this, I will be by your side to the end of your goal. And he said, okay, well, that's exactly what I wanted. And he gave me a reasoning and enough information. Sure, let's sign it off.
that was pretty cool. Definitely not what I was expecting. I had like a little plan in my head for like how to not make it into a TPK. 'Cause it didn't, I don't hold punches, but I also like had a little plan there for something interesting, but we did not get to see develop. But I don't know if I want to spoil it or not now.
Then don't.
It didn't happen, so
I don't think I will. Yeah, that was a pretty neat solution that I definitely did not expect. Something that I did. Oh man. I don't know. I feel like you guys did the heavy lifting today, but I did like RPing the scene in Canifis.
Yeah, that was fun.
yeah, I like the instant kill of a person. I was like, oh, okay.
That's one of the things that I had pretty much ready from my previous version of this campaign. So I am very glad to have a lot of my resources already laid out. Mostly I just have to like redo maps. That's like my biggest time sink
Oh yeah.
for prep.
Mm-hmm.
Because last time I ran this, it was on Roll20.
Oh yeah. I would do it.
And I didn't have any of the maps pre-made. I made them all in the little editor. So I can't even export them
Oh.
to remake them.
Ooh.
So that's fun. But luckily we have, for a lot of these things, a bunch of people that have made cool maps for stuff like this one. Although this might just be one of those like weird sort of top-down screenshot ones. Oh, is it loading at all?
No, I don't
Oh,
really-
there's no
I don't
tokens
have
in
the
here,
token
that's
on
why.
here.
There you go. This is the Canifis one.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I guess you can't see inside the buildings. There's more
Nah.
stuff in there.
Fine like that.
Anyhow.
We probably know what it's like.
Yeah.
I imagine that I mean, this is probably just my headcanon, and it's good headcanon. You guys can tell me if I'm retarded or not, but I like to imagine that the Canifis taxidermist is just the mortician as well.
I kind of was hoping that would be a thing. I'm gonna make it a thing in my head now.
He'll stuff or bury anything. It's just a banner on the.
Yep.
We'll stuff
Yeah,
grandma,
graveyard.
bury your dog, or bury grandma and stuff your dog. It don't matter.
Listen, I like to think that the taxidermy is actually a tool against necromancers, because if you go and bury a corpse in the swamp, you know, someone's going to go raise that. But if it's filled with like cotton and embalming juice, that's terrible zombie material, you know. So instead of a graveyard, Canifis just has like, you know, a hall of whack mannequins, except they're all just taxidermied people, you know.
DM, I'll take things that should concern and alarm the party for 600.
Hmm.
This man knows way too much about necromancy.
I was actually thinking of
That's
taking
the,
Animate Dead. Now that like, the Graho aren't around, I'm like, I could take that with no consequence.
This picture that I just posted, by the way, is what you saw of this Lord Malik.
Did he
Yes.
have any disguise on, or is this what he looked like in the moment?
That is what he looked like at that
That
moment.
looks like Lord Van Strom to me.
Shh, I have a different picture of him.
That dude
I have a
looks
different version of the art for Vanstrom, don't
that dude
worry.
looks thick as fuck though.
Hold on, let me go find the art that I used for Malik.
I also have the version from like 2004. I used to use this one.
Hold on, let me.
That's horrible though, so I had to change it.
Let me see which one you're talking about. That's not from 2004. That's also from 2022.
I mean, yes, but that model is from like 2004. It's created then. In disguise.
I like the first Malik more. Your Malik looks too smart to be scary.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's a pretty good one too. Oh, I have to give you your imp guy. Is it just a regular imp?
Yeah, he's imp familiar to get the
Okay.
stat block.
It
but-
has all the
Or use the-
regular imp stats. Though.
Yeah, but he's disguised as just a common gray rat.
Okay.
You better use the art of the RuneScape Imp.
I'm using it.
You
Don't
better.
worry. Hang on,
While
let me
you
add
do
it.
that-
I'll add it to the familiars folder.
I'll do my 3 favorite things.
Yeah, go ahead.
I really enjoyed the whole marriage to Zaro ceremony.
Oh yeah, that was good. Forgot about that.
Specifically, right after that, when Zephylos is like, "Okay, I need to know everything now. I am binding himself to the goal, and now, like, okay, now we're going to actually sit down, and you're gonna tell me all about your goals and what you need to do." That's not something that comes up in D&D very often. And I really
It's
appreciate
hard for
it.
two people to have the same goal, and now we literally have no choice.
Yeah. My favorite thing that the GM did was definitely that introduction of Malik. That was badass.
Yeah,
Set him up as this ruthless bastard. I just immediately hate him already.
Good. Feed, feed on your hatred. It will make you stronger.
Also, I want to call out that Zaid, at my request, Zaid helped me put together a custom class that's mostly
I did.
Ranger.
It is called Roganger.
Oh, nice. You just had to go roguish too.
A little bit.
We floated so many
We-
ideas in DM, and then we didn't talk for so long. I didn't know where we ended up on it.
Yeah,
We took a ranger and removed the spellcasting in place for a handful of rogue features.
That's fair. Rogues. I mean, the freaking rangers don't get much for spells at all.
They're okay. They're
took-
not
I
really
mean-
good until you have like second and third level spells, which
I mean,
is
even then,
pretty
you just
late.
don't have much. I played a 10th level ranger in 5e, and I had 4 spells to include like Beast Bond, Hunter's Mark, and Zephyr Strike, and really you just don't have a bunch of options. Is the thing. You don't get to
Yeah.
you have to take a feat for like Magic Initiate to get access to anything really,
Yep.
or spell slots. You don't really have any of those either.
I just
Mhm.
wasn't really like how I envisioned the character. Magic didn't really sit
Makes
well
sense.
with it.
Yeah. Fair.
And we have a lot of spellcasting already, especially with the. You're
With me coming in. I'm mostly
Yeah.
I'm mostly melee.
okay.
I'm like 75% melee.
Okay.
My
That'll be
range,
good.
my range
This-
stuff is like reactive almost.
This will be a good balance. Is he going only one level rogue, just full warlock now, or is he going?
Yeah,
more
he's
rogue?
I'm building him like a hair trigger build, if that makes sense.
I don't know what that means.
Porcupine,
What?
like an
So,
eel,
like, Armor of
an eel covered,
Agathis,
an
Hellish
eel covered in
Rebuke.
spikes. Think of an eel covered in spikes in combat.
Oh, okay, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me guess. Armor of Agathis, Hellish Rebuke, Cloak of Flies.
Not yet.
What's
I'm not
Cloak
fifth,
of
I'm not fifth
Flies?
level, so not Cloak of Flies yet.
I know what the other things are.
Doom of Levistus.
Cloak of Flies is a 5th level pact invocation, or an invocation you get.
Yeah, if you
But
hit them, you
the
take poison
prerequisite
damage.
is 5th level warlock, so I need to take
I
one more before I
see.
get to be able to take that. Either way, but you're not far from it. It's a little bit different. Yeah, Hellish Rebuke, of course. Like what warlock doesn't have Hellish
Duh.
Rebuke?
Last one,
But
my favorite
yeah.
thing I did was inserting myself in my new character into the story.
The scenario.
Via PMs.
Oh,
What
yes.
did I roll on that stealth check, by the way, Zid?
10.
Ouch.
Are your Shab, are your spells supposed to be separated by level here, or do they all just go into the Pact Magic tab?
No. So, all right.
Because it's my understanding that you essentially are always casting at your highest level slot with Warlock spellcasting.
So my
Pact
pack magic, I get 2 second level spells.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I have. I pick those 2.
Hmm.
Right. Then, I get because I'm a warlock with one level rogue. So I took I have 3 cantrips, right? The sword burst that
Okay.
there, and then the other one you have to add, right?
Yep.
Invocation lets me do that at will. Once per long rest, right?
Do what it will.
I don't want to ruin my character sheet. I mean, we
Oh, that. Yeah. Okay. Mhm.
right? I'm just kind of explaining that it's confusing as shit, but like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
The first level spells are from 2 of them are from being a warlock because I get 5 spells. And then that third one in the first level is just from pact magic. And then my 2 second level spells, those both are one of them's from warlock, one of them you need to add, and then that last one there is from my feat that I took. And then you have to add. I know it looks confusing, but yeah, it's all.
But
weird
should they?
set up
They
because
should all. You should list them all directly under where it says Pact Magic, because then it will. I think it will like upcast it all like automatically, like it's supposed to. Right. So like if you should put like Hellish Rebuke should be like up there by Pact Magic, because then it will always cast it at right now second level.
Right, because I only have those.
I've never had someone play a Warlock in Foundry, though, so I don't know how it usually behaves. Because as I understand it now, if you went and clicked on Hellish Rebuke, it'd be like, you don't have any spell slots.
I see what you're saying. Because that... I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so probably you want to just toss them all under the Pack Magic category.
Yeah, I'm doing it all manually.
Although it'd be... Oh, that's going to be so disorganized, because it's just going to be all the spells lumped in there. I guess you don't have that many to keep track of, though.
Yeah, I'm a warlock.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm a wizard changing.
Anyhow, let's see. I have to get my to-do list in order. Here we go. Let me grab these. August, did you have... What spells did you need added, or features?
I need Hex added to the list of first level spells.
Okay. Let's see. Shadow Blade, Toll the Dead, Booming Blade, Gift of Alacrity. Hex. Okay. And then August, did you pick a patron thing?
I don't know how to pick it, but I picked Zeros.
Yeah, so we need to pick the patron is the subclass, which Warlock actually gets at level 1.
I had the subclass.
Yeah, so for Zeros, probably the most fitting one is like Great Old One or Fiend or Undying.
Bro, why'd you
maybe?
put half my character sheet in general chat? Can I not have a mystery?
Oh shit! Hang on.
Nobody look.
Nobody
Annie,
look at the thing.
Which one do you have specifically for your
Sorry.
What? Sorry.
which patron do you have specifically?
I don't have a patron. I'm not a warlock.
Well, yeah, but like, so you wouldn't have picked one. Okay, so I just have to pick one, and that's what kind of represents Zeros then.
Yeah, so it'll like for like regular D&D, it's like, oh, you have a pact with a fiend, and it's like some demon that exists in the D&D lore. But we need to pick one of those or make it like write our own, because it has your subclass features in there for that.
Because it changes certain things. That's right. Where do I add that? Underneath the warlock details, it has subclass name, but I don't see it otherwhere.
Yeah, so in there, I think it just has like one of the subclasses, which is the fiend.
Free to type area, yeah.
Also, I have to head off for tonight, but thank you guys for the good game.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So maybe not next week, someone said?
Yeah, I think Chad said that he has to do something in Florida next week.
Yeah, I'm having my family's place next week. I should be here for next session, but I'll let you know if I'm not, just in case.
Keep me posted.
Yeah, let us know whether or not.
It's like 75% chance I'm here for it. I just gotta make sure I don't have to leave that day and not that next morning.
Alright, peace out, homies.
Later.
Yeah, see it. Let's see. August, let me PM you the subclasses that seem like they would make sense conceptually. If you don't like any of these, we can make one up, or we can easily just change out like anything about them.
Alright, give me a sec. Now read them real quick.
But yeah, they give you, the subclass gives you at first level, it gives you two extra spells that you can learn. You don't automatically get them, but you can pick them as your warlock spells you learn. And one.
I think the old one sounds the most like Zeros from what I'm reading. Like being ancient and full of mystery and full of knowledge and stuff like that. That just matches what I think.
That's the one that to me makes the most sense conceptually. The feature that gives you is basically just 30-foot telepathy.
I'll have any creature you see.
Also, it lets you do the telepathy with a creature that you don't share a language with, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, quick question about that. Creature, does that include people? Are people creatures?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'll actually be super useful. So yeah,
Yeah,
we'll go with
so you
great.
you can essentially communicate with anything that can speak any language.
Is that a free action, or is that like a
It doesn't require an action. It's just speaking.
Okay. So, but I wouldn't have to have any vocal parts of that, right? I wouldn't
No,
have to make
it's
noise.
it's
So
uh
kind of
it's
like
telepathy,
the
so
message spell without the physical speaking.
it's telepathy, so you can do it without like any motion or sounds at all.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use that with Zephylos constantly.
I bet you can annoy him because he won't be able to do it back.
It'll be like what's it called? It'll be like when you're laying on the laying on the couch with your feet up in the air and you're twirling a rotary phone cord, and I'll just like be like, "Do you think he likes me?"
Oh god, I should probably get going. It's really late.
Yes, it is.
I think Zach and I were going to talk about our characters a little bit just to help you if you wanted to stick around. But yeah, if it's late, we could do another day.
Yeah, maybe we can do it before next time or meet up some other time.
Yeah.
That should really get going.
I'm down to still hang out, Zach, and just hash out basic stuff. We can send it to him after.
Yeah, I'll leave so I don't hear any spoilers also. So I
Yeah,
can
let me know if you come up with any revelations.
Nah, it'll just be like ties to make us a little more practical coming into the campaign. Fill our character background a little bit and give you some details.
Great old one is this list, by the way.
Okay.
Just so we have that.
What's that?
Where do I add the great old one? Right here. I don't see a spot. Just gonna add it.
I don't know. Just add the awakened mind feature to your passive features. And make I don't know. Just make a passive feature that has all that info in there. I'm gonna get going now.
In here.
Just copy and paste the text into a blank feature.
Got it. Okay. Alrighty. Good night, guys.
Alright.
Night.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thank you.